gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, while I may not ever poop in your bed, I promise you, I will always be the equivalent of Paul Wall, your people's champion. You heard me?
I don't know what to do with it.
Good. Keep on your toes.
Jeff, you there, buddy? You there?
You know, he's out and about, so his connection don't always be that great. But in that case, the dude who's chuckling in the background like a crazy bastard is the one, the only, our Samoan who loves fucking mayonnaise and big booty bees, Nick Utam.
Thank you, Dion, for that wonderful intro. I'm full. Oh God, I've never had so much Cuban coffee, Cuban rum, and Cuban sandwiches in my life. Oh man, but it was good though. It was worth it. It was worth it. I had a good time.
That's awesome. So you were in Miami. What were you in Miami, and what was the reason why you were in Miami?
I was in Miami just because the reason ended up being because of the F1 race. I got tickets like hours beforehand to go and had a good time. But yeah, me and my cousin went, stayed on South Beach. You know, we had a good time. We walking around, getting crazy and stuff like that. So it was good. It was good.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
I'm a little jealous.
Ooh,
well, we also went to what is it, West Palm Beach, and we saw what is it, Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah.
Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. We went there, and also here's something kind of terrifying. The man who didn't kill himself, his place is walking distance away.
Damn.
Huh.
I'm not even kidding. I wish I was joking about that. I really do.
Huh?
Yeah, because like that's not even a joke.
Well,
Jesus.
Nick, since this is the People's Podcast, according to Dion or whatever the hell he said, Alexander the Great asked about any Cuban booty. Were the women of Miami fine?
Oh my God! Well, it was like some of these guys, yeah. Because the F1 races, there was more than Cuban booty. There was Italian booty, there was Brazilian booty, there was Lithuanian booty, there was English booty. There was booty everywhere. It was quite
song
wonderful.
is accurate.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Oh man, it was great.
Yeah, you kind of sucked the wind out of the sails of my weekend. I went to Universal Studios and a Ren Fair. So, yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I went to the Renaissance Fair thinking, I'm going to go have fun. I'll just I'll give in, have a little fun. No one's going to notice. I got recognized by some guy at the fucking Ren Fair. I was like, great, of all the places. But all joking aside, I want to give a shout out to Trinity. He was awesome. He's like, "Are you Jeff World Class Bullshitters?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, I think he said Second Floor Star Wars was the name of his channel, but he introduced himself as Trinity. So
that's funny.
Trinity, man, if you're listening, it was nice to meet you. You never know who you're going to meet at the Ren Fair, folks. You might see me dressed as Andre the Giant.
Well, I didn't get recognized. I just kept getting mistaken for Cuban. Everybody kept speaking Spanish to me. I'm like, no, sorry, I
Hillary
don't.
got when we went to a strip club in Vegas, because obviously there's people that again, there's a preface to that. Don't worry, I'm not randomly going to strip clubs with my wife, but yes, agree to that as well. But as people who've been to Vegas know, you get a lot of people on the street who are trying to sell you stuff, and a lot of things party performers, and sometimes or not performers, the not what the fucking word am I thinking of?
Pimps?
No, not pimps. You're trying to get people to go to a party. Oh my god, fucking brain fart I'm having right now.
Prostitutes?
No, get away from prostitutes, goddammit.
I try, man. I moved away. It
Fucking
didn't work.
Oh my god, what is the word that I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, it's driving me fucking. Essentially, you're promoting. Thank you, promoters. You know, a lot of promoters on the street. One dude happened to be promoting for a strip club, and before I could say anything, Hillary was like, "Yeah, no TLJ, not hookers, damn." And we went to a strip club, and they were all Latin women, and one of them was convinced that Hillary was fucking Cuban, and I'm like, no, she's not Cuban.
I want to ask a further question about the strip club, but I'm afraid about what might happen to this stream if I do.
At this point, it's almost summertime. It's pre-summertime. You might as well get it out of the way, man.
All right, fine. Was your wife overtly handsy at the strip club?
This time, I should say, she wasn't. Now, the time we went during Curtis Lindenfield's birthday party.
Yes,
that time she was.
Okay, yeah, because that's always the thing I've heard about strip clubs, and from friends of mine who are strippers, that the girls are they hate when girls come in because they are overtly handsy.
Well, I know depending on where you go, they let the women touch them. Especially if they know that they're straight, they'll let the straight women touch them. So it depends on where you go, and again, it's America in 2022. They all don't look the same, but certain ladies who have a certain persuasion tend to look the same, and they don't let them touch either.
Gotcha. By the way, there was a little bit of nostalgia. I did see a lot of advertisements for the booby trap that I kept seeing down there, and I was just like, oh man, we had such a good time there.
We did.
Yeah.
We should do a WCBS retrospective series for the folks on Patreon and soon to be the membership program. What it'll be is it'll just be like these WCBS events that we had, or these things that we've all had as friends, as that would be relevant to the podcast. We'll just tell those stories. If I had an animator friend, we would do it like Ryan the Boatmaker. God, the Miami story would be great. It would start out with us driving through the night, picking up Nick, holding people's wallets and almost going bankrupt.
Holding people's wallets. Can we not say that yet, or is it? Are we still with held by the NDA, or has the time passed yet?
I think there's another 80 years on that NDA, buddy.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
Shit don't count on Patreon, son.
Nope. Patreon is Switzerland or international waters.
There we go.
Anything can happen there.
Yeah, because because I love the guy. I just don't want to, I just don't want to.
Oh yeah, don't want to ruin his life.
Easily,
don't want to ruin his life.
Folks, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button because we have a lot of stuff to cover tonight. First off, we're going to be talking about Star Wars Celebration because this Monday we have a very special game. So we're going to be giving away our Star Wars tickets. We're going to be going live this Monday, May 16th at 7 p.m. Central Time for Bullshit Trivia, where we're going to find out who is our grand prize winner. So we have everything ready. We're going to have this show on Monday. And folks, we have our finalists. They've already been contacted. So our friends Kevin, Brian, and Brandon, you guys will be playing this week on Monday, this coming Monday, May 16th, for your world-class bullshitters free Star Wars Celebration passes. That'll be 2 passes for Saturday. I have received them. I have them in my persons. If you would like, we'll discuss how you get your prize on Monday. But the way it'll work is it'll be Dion, Nick, and myself, and we will be having a trivia contest, and I believe Kendo is our MC for the day. So, folks, join us on Monday for our first WCBS trivia giveaway. We thought we'd do something fun. You guys are here each and every week. We wanted to do something to thank you for all the support you've given us. So, free Star Wars Celebration tickets for the best day to go Saturday. And if you choose to, you can hang out with us. We'll shoot the shit. Anything you want to know behind the scenes, we might tell you for a small fee. I don't know, a beer or something. But no, all joking aside, folks, just come hang out with us. We're looking forward to meeting everybody that we can. You can't miss me. I'm like Chewbacca minus the costume. So I'm over in a sea of people. There's my head above most of everybody else. So yeah, look out for me.
You need the bandolier now. You need to get the bandolier.
Will somebody just send me a bandolier? We have a PO box. I'm gonna put it on screen.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
You need, yeah, you just need. That's you need to get some sort of like functional bandolier that looks like the one he had. You know, that's what you need.
Yeah, folks, do me a favor. Send me a bandolier to WCBS Show 14320 Ventura Boulevard, Suite 163, Sherman Oaks, California 91423. Superfan Adam Shellhan, thank you. You're also the best, buddy. Soon, folks, when we take over the world with our Manifest Destiny plan, which is every coast of the world, we'll be sending you guys to some cooler places. Hell, we might even send you on location for WCBS to help us out. So just be on the lookout. We have all kinds of exciting opportunities coming your way. Now, folks, tonight we're going to be covering Disney. We're going to be talking about the Obi-Wan leaks, how Disney could lose the copyright to Mickey Mouse, all of the things that are going on in the world of entertainment, because the landscape is changing. We're reaching a point where a lot of things, institutions are on unstable ground right now. Big changes could happen and giants could fall. So it's a very interesting time to be alive. For all the chaos and bullshit of 2020, 2022 is just as interesting. It might be an even better sequel than 2021 was to 2022. Guys, is 2022 the Return of the Jedi to 2020 Star Wars? Or is it something better? Is it like The Last Crusade?
Ooh,
I doubt that. I mean,
yeah, it's really. I mean, like, it's funny because like a lot of these big tech companies are going down. Like you see Disney's like stock just plummeting. Netflix is scrambling. They're being very reactionary with all their stuff. It's insane. I mean, and a lot of other VOD entertainment companies are just like don't know what to do. Like crypto's in the toilet. Like it's really, really weird to see everything kind of go to shit all of a sudden. Again.
Yeah, I saw the crypto stuff.
Yeah, it's like it's tanking hard and it's kind of funny.
How much did
even
you put in?
Not much, thankfully. I'm not gonna lose a ton, so I'm not too mad about it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But it's insane, and I love how Disney's been getting hosed consistently for the past 2 or 3 years now. It's great.
I have nothing but Schadenfreude for Walt Disney Corporation or company, whatever the C actually stands for. But look, I'll be professional above all else, folks. All the videos, all the content we'll make will be, the laughing will be saved till the end. Put it like that. That's the best I can do. Okay. They've ruined Star Wars. They've ruined Marvel. They've ruined a lot of things. It's kind of hard to have a big entertainment company fall and have me be sympathetic. But I'll see.
I didn't have a chance to listen to last week's episode. What was the like TLDR? Like, what do you guys think about? What did you guys think about Doctor Strange 2?
Visually stunning.
Okay.
A good story. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. No film is perfect unless you're Beverly Hills Cop. But look, Nick, speaking as your friend, I think you'll love this movie because it's a Sam Raimi film first. And a lot of Marvel fans are upset with it because it's not very traditionally Marvel or it has things that are very un-MCU. But this is a horror movie first. And I'm surprised it got what it got in the movie with a PG-13 rating.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing a lot. Like people are complaining that it should be an R.
Well, Mr. Fantastic gets turned into spaghetti ribbons, like literally, like bloody spaghetti ribbons. It's fucking awesome.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, folks, go back and check out last week's review. It's Doctor Strange 2, Electric Boogaloo. So if you're interested in that movie, go check it out. If you're not, well, go watch Spider-Man No Way Home. I watched that right after I watched Doctor Strange to get caught up, not to get caught up, but to really reanalyze the multiverse because I've liked the last 2 Marvel films. Before that, though, I hated the previous 3. So it's like for phase 4, we're not even balanced yet. I'm waiting for what's next, Thor. I guess I have to be fair because that's what everybody wants to hear. But Thor is the one I'm dreading the most because I don't like Ragnarok. And I don't think these Thor movies have a story. They're just like joke and like stupid setup for the sake of stupid setup. And it's just like, Like I don't know, man. That's how I feel about Thor.
Yeah. I've never really been like a full like a big Thor fan. I do like Chris Hemsworth in general. Like he's fine, but yeah, I'm just not a Thor fan.
I really do like the character, and I'm in the minority. I enjoy Thor 1 quite a bit. I still consider that the best Thor movie because it's setting up the MCU, it's setting up Asgard, bringing the technology to Earth, and I really enjoy the story of egotistical Thor losing his power, coming to Earth, learning what it's like to be human, sacrificing himself, and then, you know, becoming a god again to fight alongside mankind. That's the only Thor story I've ever dug. The shit in Asgard in part 2 looks nice when Frigga dies, and then 3 has some fun scenes, but like I'm trying to be extra positive, I guess, but dude, Lady Thor sucked in the comics. Jane Foster, I gave it a shot. I read that shit because people say, well, you can't judge it if you didn't read it. Well, I read it online for free, and it sucked.
It wasn't good. You know, and that's the thing. Again, I'm probably in the minority. I fucking love the Dark World, and even though, you know, we had our official world class bullshitter rankings, I don't consider Dark World one of the best Marvel movies at all. But I really fucking enjoy the Dark World. You know, I'm a bigger fan of MCU Thor than I am 616 Thor. You know, so that's where I'm at. You know, I know, you know, neither Jeff and I we've never been big Thor fans, but we like movie Thor, you know. And it is funny that, you know, besides the first Thor, he's better in the other Avengers movies.
Yep.
You know, but, you know, and definitely feel free to stop me there, Jay, you know, as I'm, you know, rambling about our comic book thing. But we've always, you know, we've both enjoyed Thor. We've never been huge Thor fans, but we've both been film Thor fans. I actually did enjoy Ragnarok. Again, I'm 100% with the rest of the crew. I'm worried about Love and Thunder, not just because of the climate that we're in, but also because, you know, it's Natalie Portman, and Natalie Portman has a reputation. But to put it lightly, you know, but we'll see, man.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure her protest is going to be writing all the ladies that she didn't hire for her production company who are female directors on Mjolnir. You know, that's going to be her protest.
She'll still not hire them, right?
Yeah, she'll still not hire them, even though she's a production company and has millions of dollars. You know, she still won't hire them. So,
yeah,
that's the real power.
Yeah, man. Thor is definitely. Listen, I think overall, into the Multitude of Madness was a good step in the right direction for the comic book fans of MCU, because we're gonna get a lot of bullshit because Miss Marvel is coming out too. So it's gonna be, you know, we at least have Doctor Strange to kind of lean on, but we'll fucking see, man. It's better than what we're probably gonna get, especially with Miss Marvel. God damn, it looks terrible.
Yeah, I consider Doctor Strange a detour, folks. I know people want to look at it a certain way, and you can. It's your power to. I'm not here to try to change your mind. I'm just here to tell you what I think. But it's been Doctor Strange is like an island oasis, like an oasis in the middle of this desert of shit. Yes, Spider-Man, solid. Also part of Sony, you know, the Sony thing. That's why it's a certain way. But I too am disinterested and concerned about the Marvels, Miss Marvel, stuff moving forward. I pretty much, that was the peak for me. Doctor Strange was my peak for 2022 Marvel, and it's only May. So you have to understand my disappointment moving forward. But like, it was nice to have something. It's like a nice dessert after a shitty dinner, and then you have after dinner drinks, but you don't like Midori, so that's all you're gonna have: mango, fucking melon mojitos and shit. So good luck.
Weird, you're gonna, man. It's gonna be fucking weird.
Oh god. I'll
Miss Marvel looks terrible.
Yeah. Well, there's Miss Marvel, and then there's the show they have. There's the show coming out as well that they didn't care about. Was it like American Chavez was like, or whatever the character's name was in Doctor Strange 2, like a third tier character or something.
And I haven't watched Moon Knight. Apparently, Moon Knight is pretty good. That's what I've been gleaning from, you know, the all-inclusive and reasonable Twitter, you know, but in IGN, you know, but apparently Moon Knight is pretty good. It's not what a lot of people thought it was going to be, especially for our boy Poe Dameron. I mean, what's his name? Since he doesn't want to be associated with Star Wars. Yeah, Oscar Dameron. Which is Isaac. I mean, Oscar Isaac, who doesn't want to be associated with Star Wars because Star Wars was so awesome, but he doesn't want to do it anymore. That's fine. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, apparently it was pretty good. So I'm probably gonna.
Well, no. His whole thing was a paycheck, and I'm just like, listen, I understand that, bro. I really do. And apparently, Moon Knight was a paycheck. That's why he did it.
Which again, in the world of Disney these days, are we surprised that Lucasfilm had a fucking pay beef with Oscar Isaac? Not really. And when you really boil it down, they didn't want the Negro to be on the fucking poster. Oscar Isaac sounds a little bit too in the other direction. We're not going to pay him. Daisy Ridley will take us home. Did she, though? Thanks, Lucasfilm.
God.
Dude.
But don't say the Twitter because they'll get really mad at us. But
no, we got to be careful. We're istaphobes.
You gotta be careful, but don't remember.
Well,
don't forget.
Hopefully, with the new acquisition of Twitter, a lot of those idiots are gonna go back to Tumblr, so it should be fine.
It's gonna be so fun, especially with all the shit Disney's coming out. See Disney doing all this stuff and the stuff going on. Don't get me wrong. I'm not camping outside of Elon's house just yet. But if you like watching fireworks, it's gonna be so entertaining over the next couple of years. Holy shit!
Now
this channel's gonna get a couple views out of that shit.
Oh god, yeah. We've had some nice.
Whenever we tweet out now, we just need to start tagging Musk and everything.
Motherfucker might respond too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Look, we are Elon Musk's favorite podcast that he's never heard. Just saying.
Amen to that.
Now, guys. Dion, specifically, like Moon Knight is the victim of bad Marvel television because I won't watch it. I have very little interest in it. I skipped over Hawkeye. If I'm going to watch Moon Knight, well, I got to watch them all in order, right? That means I got to go back and watch a whole series before one that I'm kind of interested in. So no thanks. I'll read the Cliff's Notes. I could be missing out on something great, but it's been mediocrity at best. And they really, all these Marvel shows, you haven't had any moments of true greatness. I can't think of anything in these shows that made me go, oh my god, this is a game changer, outside of like yelling about how they've ruined Captain America's legacy. Like, I wonder how many people out there are just kind of burned and saying fuck it because there's nothing to wait for anymore.
Well, and that's Marvel's fault. I mean, to put it really simply, that's Marvel's fault because we all had such a high with the Avengers, the original Avengers in the MCU, and then we still had a couple highs, and then obviously we had Infinity War and Endgame, and they just don't have the story to back it up. And listen, I also have to go back and watch. I gotta finish the Scarlet Witch and Vision. I gotta go watch Captain America. I do have to finish Loki. But there's nothing to make me finish it. Right now it's to your point. It's if you want to be caught up, you have to watch it to get Moon Knight. And it's just like, ugh, like there's nothing great. We don't have anything great. We just have meh. And we'll see, man. Outside of No Way Home and Multitude of Madness, man, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do because I did not think that MCU and Star Wars would be inching closer together on the shitty side of the spectrum. And they really are because Star Wars is in limbo. In the MCU, luckily we have Doctor Strange. But, if Love and Thunder isn't great, it's going to be fucking weird.
Yeah, it's going to be a disappointment.
Yeah, and from what I hear, that I think Doctor Strange wasn't allowed in China. I think that's what happened. So I mean, and it's funny because I think 2 or 3 other movies were. I think like what was it? Mystery, like what is it? Murder on the Nile was allowed, and that's part of Disney apparently or something. A couple other ones were, but Doctor Strange wasn't. It seems like China has a really big agenda against Disney and Marvel, which I'm fine with. That's fine.
Well, this whole, the Twitter activism thing's coming to a head. So obviously in the States, they got the whole shit going on with them in the state of Florida. And then, Disney, and I did not silence my phone, but, Disney is, again, trying to kowtow to the Chinese audience. And then China is China. So they keep reminding people that, hey, we're not the greatest government in the world. So Disney, again, when you paint yourself into that activist corner, you can't say, hey, I'm on Twitter and I'm great, but then forget that, oh, everyone on the internet isn't fucking blind, deaf, and dumb, so because there was some gay scene now that China's like, no, we're not going to fucking show these movies and Disney's in this weird position that they put themselves in. So, they're potentially losing out on millions of dollars for the Chinese market, which what we've been saying all the time on this channel, if your shit is good, you don't need the Chinese market. So it's this summer is going to be fucking huge in terms of, do they believe what they believe, or do they want to make good films? So or do they want to make movie off these films? So
Now-
it's going to be interesting what side they pick.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to address our friend Morkdar had said that because America's Chavez's parents were both women and homosexuality is a big no-no. Yes.
Yep.
Also, too, I had read that the representation of like magic and ghost witchcraft, they had to alter the Force a little bit to appease China so they could make it, we have a video here on the channel from years ago. We've been talking about how China and Disney films just don't go hand in hand anymore, and how we've had big Western entertainment I don't want to use the phrase bend the knee, but alter their products to appease the Chinese government and their censors, which is in the long run hurt Disney. They've shot themselves in the foot. I mean, look at Mulan. That didn't work. There are other Marvel movies that aren't coming out there.
Holy shit.
Dude, I'm gonna do it. We'll make a long form video about Disney and their fucking bad decision after bad decision. It's almost comical. I can't believe a multi-billion-dollar corporation could be so worried about being progressive that they didn't worry about being profitable.
Well, go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, I was like, well, I think that goes back to that old saying we love to quote: "Get woke, go broke." And it's finally really biting them in the ass. It's like, with everything they're fighting, in the public eye, and internationally, things like that. People are starting to be like, well, I don't need to spend money on this company that doesn't really care about me, or claims they do but doesn't really show it. So certain people are not going to go there, not give them money anymore, and not buy their product. So they're starting to see how this is how playing both sides is not really a good idea. It's like pick one side and just kind of lean into it. So,
well, and again, not to discredit that point of view, but I think it's at this point it's a lot more than go woke, go broke, because that is specifically on you go in one political social ideology, you're going to lose money. But it's more than that, because it goes back to Star Wars. They put so many eggs in one basket, Disney as a whole, I mean, not just Lucasfilm, and it didn't come through. So then when you pick a side, but then you try to go to the other side, hey, we're going to stay here, but no, we still want to make money, let's go to China. And then that doesn't pan out. To Jeff's point about Mulan, they were like, hey, we love black people and everyone with Star Wars, but not really. Just kidding. Let's go to make a film in China. And then you make a film in China, and then it's not good and people don't want to see it. And you come back to the other side and you're like, hey, no, just kidding, guys. We still love everyone, and we're gonna put it on our Twitter handle. And then you go back to the other side, hey, we still want to go in China, but then they're like, hey, yo, you've got two chicks kissing. You can't, in their attempt to please everyone, they've essentially brought in nobody. And then you have the billions that you've lost out on, and now you're coming into a summer in 2022 when theaters are opening back up, and you still don't have that hit to make all these billions and justify a resort that is $3,000 a night, bitch. This is, Disney has put themselves in this weird fucking position. It just happens to be that the time that it's all coming to fruition, Maverick's coming out. So it's like, it's interesting, man. Like, everyone got so mad at us, and everyone got so mad at other content creators and channels and comedians and all that shit. But it's like, hey, you can't please the group who don't go to see movies. So it's we'll fucking see, man. All the billions that they're leaving on the table, a lot of motherfuckers gotta have a lot of questions to answer, and I'm excited. It makes me very glad to be part of a podcast in this time period. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, definitely. What and what I keep hearing is I have family who live in Hong Kong, and they're on ridiculous lockdown. Like it's like you have to wear a mask inside of a car, inside of a garage, kind of bullshit. Like if you take it off, like it's problems.
Yeah.
Also from what I hear is because the prime minister, the main dude, there might be an election soon, so he's really like bringing the banhammer down hard on like Western culture and things like that. So they're really trying to cut it out. They really don't want it.
Now,
and as they're dealing with like what is it a zero COVID policy, which is insane. So yeah, it's funny what they're trying to do. Like they're trying to do so many things at once, and everything's kind of going to shit. So,
well, I found something interesting talking about how while Shang-Chi was a huge hit around the world, and people wanted to use these quotes like "Our community has finally arrived in the West," it didn't play at all in mainland China. So from the beginning, Shang-Chi was made with China in mind. Much of the dialogue is in Mandarin, and the cast includes some of Asian cinema's biggest stars. But it didn't really pan out that way. So this was one of those things where I think Disney, realistically, they just were too haughty. Can anybody firmly or honestly believe that a company could allow that kind of PR to go out about how the Asian community is finally seen in the West when for 50 plus years Asian cinema has been a part of American cinema? I mean, shit, we ripped off every goddamn martial arts movie in the 70s. We have blaxploitation kung fu movies. We got shitty. Well, look, this isn't even shitty, but like Billy Jack. That's without other martial arts movies and other stuff like that, you wouldn't have these types of movies. So that's one of the biggest issues I think faces Disney or any kind of entertainment company is the honesty, because they want to cash in on trends of being progressive in the wake of whatever. And this is one where you literally have egg on your face because you forget Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, so many people, so many men, women, Michelle Yeoh, Chow Yun-Fat. Keep naming names if you want, but all of these people were huge stars in America, and we didn't need Shang-Chi to break any new ground or help elevate anybody, because it's kind of bullshit. It's like you could have picked a different film market. You picked one of the biggest of all time, and you're trying to act like we don't have a presence here. Dion, if we didn't have any kind of Asian presence in America, why was the Rush Hour series one of the biggest trilogies ever?
Exactly. To your point, and of course our boys Alexander the Great and Miss Ninja Julian are bringing up other fucking good shit. But to your point, it's and it blends into a lot of things that's going wrong with entertainment. You can't pray for rain and then not deal with the mud. You cannot say, hey, Shang-Chi, we're finally here. Disney is finally when the first Mulan came out in 1998 when it was a huge hit. You can't keep doing it's a weird thing, and again, I'm not saying that people still don't want that material and want those stories told, but Disney and the WWE are going through the exact same thing. You can't have all of these fourths and fifths and play them off as firsts when your target audience was there when it was already a first. It's a weird thing. Like, Jeff, I know you weren't, you brought up Rush Hour. That's a fucking perfect example. We were already children when that came out. And yes, it's not Disney, but we've already had this Asian renaissance. What you should be doing is building on top of it, not trying to take the steam. And the audience that you're going after, the kids, they pick up on that shit because they're our fucking kids. They've watched Rush Hour. They've watched the first Mulan. So to your point about Mulan, they eliminated so much. And no, I'm not going for Dark Fate 2, Alexander, you smartass. Where it didn't hit because they put in this fucking Phoenix bullshit, and Mushu wasn't in it. All of our children, my kid, loves Mushu from the first one. And then you pile on top of the fact, oh yeah, the Chinese government is fucking, they still have concentration camps. It's just a bad fucking mix of stuff. Like you can't pray for rain and then not deal with the mud. It's so fucking weird that Disney is, and they just keep sticking to their guns. It's
I'm waiting for them to crawl back to Georgia and film, be like, hey, we're sorry guys, can we film there? Can we still get the text credits?
To that point about Georgia, they can't. I get it. You want to get that progressive future dollar. I understand it, but there's sometimes it's okay to not say anything. Not everyone has to be. You're not the company of activism. Just make good shit and let the fans interpret it. The whole Georgia thing, I get it. I understand it. Fucking people from Georgia, there's some tough motherfuckers. They don't need Disney to come to the fucking rescue. It's not. They just don't need it. They don't need it. Just make good shit.
Who should come to the rescue of Georgia? Steve Harvey? Because he's clearly their greatest export at this point.
Listen, Steve Harvey keeps fucking up his damn self. Family Feud looking ass.
Jeez.
What's he up to these days?
I think he's got a
Family
fucking talk
Feud. He's
show
got his
now.
own show too. It's now he's in this weird like give people relationship advice when he's been married 3 times, and it's just like no one's falling for. It's just he's in a weird place too. It's like fucking you're bald, you got a mustache. You're skinny fat, like just cool it, man.
What a way to do.
He's always wearing he's always wearing an expensive suit all the fucking time.
Yeah, and he's wearing suits, but he likes the oversized. So he's wearing suits from 2004. I'm like, come on, man. You're not Unk anymore. You're like that old dude at the corner store that keeps talking to my girlfriend. Like, just stop.
Oh, so Nick, Dion, Dion, you pick a number because we want to check in with the audience because I want us to talk about these Obi-Wan leaks in a moment. We have a lot of people patiently waiting. So Dion, pick a number between 1 and 69.
Lucky number 11, my guy.
Lucky number 11. Nice.
Love that button, dude. I fucking love that button. Holy shit.
Yeah, I've been working nonstop behind the scenes on that book. So, folks, check out Indiegogo for the updates. You can go to wokebusterscomic.com. It takes you to the same place. But I have 2 updates, including 7 new pages of art where you can actually read the story. I had the pleasure of being on Vinny Tartamella's art channel last night, or YouTube channel in general, where we talked toys and art. And I got to hang out with some other comic creators. And so you can go hear us talk about the story there. It was nice to share Wokebusters and hear a lot of people laugh. So, folks, we'll be talking a lot more about Wokebusters. Follow the links in the description. You can go to wokebusterscomic.com. And for those who don't know that have already backed the book, at the end of this month, I will be getting all the information, and I will be ordering the shirts and the other accoutrements that go with the Indiegogo campaign. And I'll be shipping that stuff out earlier than the book because we said we're going to need a few more weeks to get some of the art done, but I really didn't want to delay everything else. So I want to see people out there in these Wokebusters shirts, rocking the slime. We'll have a Wokebusters beer glass and some other stuff available for everyone out there that wants to get everything. Because this isn't
can't wait. I can't wait for the Wokebusters beer glass. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Well, you'll get it in June. See, this campaign isn't just 60 days, 90 days. It's Wokebusters is its own brand. It's here, and I have a bunch of things I want to do with it. So make sure you guys are following all the updates. Like I said, 7 new pages. They're looking cool. If I do say so myself, I wrote, drew, and produce the comic. So check it out. It's my second book. And if you need something right now from us, well, go get yourself a copy of Stealing Solo. And by the way, folks, Woke Busters is a 50+ page comic, perfect bound, high gloss cover. So my books are all graphic novel size. I don't do anything with a staple in it unless I have to, or unless it's a variant edition. So be on the lookout for Woke Busters this summer. And again, it's the funniest comic you haven't read yet. So be on the lookout for that. Now, our friend Cesaria Japan says, wait, let me get this leak straight. A black woman dies at the hands of a white guy in Kenobi? Is this Lucasfilm's idea of progress?
We'll fucking see, right?
Oh God, I'm not even calling this the Kenobi show. This is a show about an old dude watching a kid from afar. That's what the show is.
Kenobi adjacent?
Fine, whatever. But it's literally an old man watching a young kid from afar. That's what the name of the show is to me.
You're not
so Mr.
wrong.
Herbert from Family Guy?
Hey, Luke, what you doing out there?
Yeah. No, that's literally what the show is, and of course Disney's the ones to make it. Oh, weirdos.
Yeah. Now we'll go into the full leak a little later, folks. Don't worry, we're going to be talking about that because Disney Star Wars. There are some things they do that they can't help themselves, and there are things that people hope they do that they'll never do because, well, they don't want to help themselves. But yeah, kind of ugly. Up next, we have our friend S.A. Troublezoid who says, the word of the day is cuck. Star Wars, The Last Cuck. Debbie Does Cuck. And Amber Poop and the Seven Cucks.
Oh my God.
Amber Turd is no one's hero.
Nope.
It still kills me like how what is it? Me poo was his hashtag for a day. It's like, motherfuckers, we knew about this like a year and a half ago. Calm down.
Well, it's the flavor of the month. That's how Twitter works in a nutshell, man.
Listen, you should flavor the month and nuts. Like, quit talking about Amber shit. It's weird. Okay.
Can you stop talking about flavor of the month and poop? That's
a little off-putting. Yeah.
Corey, sorry, we're not to that one yet. Our friend S.A. Troubles08, thank you very much. Cesaria Japan says Netflix Resident Evil trailer is out. It's awful. Stick to the CGI movies if you want authentic Resident Evil.
I haven't had Netflix for 4 months, and my wallet's a little bit happier because of it. Even though they keep emailing me, wanting me back for $9.99 a month, and or $9.99 for I'm sure the first month. I just don't care anymore. I just don't.
I'm in the minority, but I enjoyed the Resident Evil, the last live action film. Welcome to Raccoon City. It was dumb action. It was a John Carpenter flick in a Resident Evil package, and I was there for it. So it's a 6 out of 10. That's the level of quality you're going to get out of the film. But it knows what it is. It's fun. It should be violent, more violent. It's got gore, but it should be more gory, even though there's tons of kills and blood everywhere. All right, Nick, my new level of acceptable gore is Peter Jackson's Bad Taste. No, excuse me, not Peter Jackson's Bad Taste. Peter Jackson's Brain Dead or Dead Alive.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. You want the over the top gore. That's what you want.
Oh God,
yeah. And it's funny you say that because we haven't had that in a while, and you only get that at certain levels in certain small indie movies and things like that. But like I said before, people want R-rated stuff, and you wanting that is what people want now. They want the R-rated, they want the over-the-top gore, they want the sex, they want the whole thing. This fucking Marvel kid shit ain't working anymore. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. There's a market. Isn't Stranger Things not R-rated, but Stranger Things isn't PG. It doesn't have a rating, right?
Yeah, it has no rating. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
So
because it reads like a hard PG-13, almost R at times.
Yeah,
but
they're saying fucking stuff in it. So
okay, I thought they did, but I don't remember perfectly because it's been how many years since the last season came out?
Two?
Yeah, a couple years.
Yeah,
they have one more season because these kids are growing beards and going off to fucking college here soon.
I saw Finn Wolfhard in line at the Social Security place the other day. So
really?
Yep.
It's hard times for everybody, buddy.
He had himself a fine ass Russian bitch with him, didn't he?
Yeah, she was driving him around.
Oh my God.
Go to the store, Dovalish. Yes, Olga. Damn, Finn. Big fan. Thanks, man. Thanks for it.
Oh my god. Yeah, those kids can all fucking legally drink now.
Fuck.
The
Well,
show's
no,
only
they're
been
all
out for
18 because Minnie Bobby Brown turned 18, and the internet was like, "Hey, yo, Drake, you won't go to jail now, you weird motherfucker."
Oh god, dude, that was I'm never a fan of that when there's like a countdown for one of the girls to go like to turn 18. Like that's fucking
Yeah.
creepy. Just stop that shit. I know Caleb is like, I think he's the oldest of the crew. He is, yeah, he's 20. He's actually 20 right now. He'll turn 21 this year.
Yeah, that's how we'll fuck
October,
up.
and
Fucking
funny
it
enough,
kids,
his
man.
birthday is October 13th. Yeah, so he's gonna turn 21 this year.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Stop growing, bitch.
Oh jeez.
We'll have season 3 out. Or wait, no, season 4 will be soon, right? This summer?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're splitting it up this month. We're getting part 1 is the 27th of May, and then we're having part 2 of this season in July.
Awesome.
That's what they're doing it.
If I don't like the first part of the season, I probably won't come back for the second.
Yeah, well, I mean, it seems it's, you know, and like also we had the big creature reveal towards the end of the newest trailer, and people are saying that's number 1. Because I've seen some videos on like, you know, what's going on and how it's going to end, and they've identified, I think, all the way up to like I think 11 or 13 you know, experiments, or like, you know, people like 11, and we haven't seen 1 or 7 yet. I think are the 2 numbers we're missing out of the group. And the prevailing theory is that one was so powerful that he created the Upside Down and went there and just left our reality.
Damn.
And 1 is coming back now because 11, you know, made the rift and opened the door again. That's kind of the prevailing theory.
I don't think I'm gonna like how Stranger Things goes.
I mean, I'm holding out. I enjoyed the last season. I thought Billy was a great bad guy.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the ending where, you know, fucking Hopper goes into the fucking Upside Down and he ends up in Russia and shit.
Yeah, I really wish they would have saved him, like his reveal, until now to tell us that like he's okay. But the fucking,
I think it would have been better if he was just in the Upside Down, as opposed to like, oh, he went through the Upside Down, now he's in Russia. And hey, remember, it's the 80s, guys. We have to bring up the Cold War again. And it's like, damn, man, like you could have done some real, you know, Old Man Logan, you know, DC's White Knight level shit with him in the Upside Down. Again, I'm open to seeing what's going on, like, you know, but I just can't help but shake when Jeff first described it for me, where he's like, yeah, it's just a lot of 80s fucking references, which is fine, but it's like that can't be your whole personality. And it's just the trailer is still so much 80s, and I'm like, god damn, man, like you guys can do your own thing. It's just frustrating. Like they could have went in a cooler direction, as opposed to, hey, remember, guys, it's still the fucking 80s and the Cold War. Like, all right, here we fucking go again. You know.
Well, I'll leave it at this. I just thought it was really stupid. Look, I will buy that the government experiments randomly in Hawkins, Indiana. I will buy that they have figured out how to cut through space-time. I will buy all that magical, mystical shit. But I won't believe that the Russian government was able to build a base under a mall in America and no one would figure that shit out. So that's why season 3 is just lesser for me. Like, I can't overlook that one. I'm like, really? I'll buy your fantastical horse shit, but not this part.
And also, you know what was never discussed? That green acid that they touched. What the fuck was that? That was never ever like revealed or discussed ever.
Soviet slime. Who knows?
Soviet slime.
Like, yeah. I enjoy season 3, but they smell their farts too much. Like, instead of just leaning on Billy and the Mind Slayer, they just got to, and then the fucking what's his name's sister is now she's a part of the group, and she's like super sassy and black and shit, and they're in the fucking air ducts. I'm like, come on.
Oh yeah, that was so dumb.
Oh yeah, the sister, yeah.
Yeah, and then fucking Steve's getting beat up by Russian Spetsnaz commandos, and it's just like, or he beats one, and I'm just like, dude, come on with this shit.
Now, what are you gonna think Netflix will think if season 4 part 1 comes out and everybody hates it, and then season 4 part 2 just finalizes like Netflix is shitting the bed because they're losing money, they're losing subscribers, people are suing Netflix, they're cutting animation, things are going crazy. If their biggest property, the crown jewel of their IPs, shits the bed Game of Thrones style, how long will Netflix be around?
It'll still be around, but I promise you they're going to go running back to that mindset of what's in our library. Let's go back to Netflix of old. We're gonna go back to making you look like a snack, girl. We're gonna make you
are you looking at the mom too?
My bad. We're gonna bring back that old library of B-list, C-list action horror movies, and they're gonna be in what's the phrase I'm looking for, Jay? The fucking recovery mode. They're gonna be in recovery mode. So in those days where Netflix was only on Wii and PlayStation Network, and the library was just good old shit, I think they'll go back to that because they've lost so much. And if Stranger Things is bad, they're gonna go back to what works, and Twitter's gonna be mad about it, but they're gonna have to work their way back to making fucking money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's gonna be interesting.
Now, our friend Corey Roarth had sent in a message that is blank. Thank you very much, Corey. But another one popped up, Corey, so I don't know what that one was meant to say. SH Rebels 08 says, I'll take a Joe Rogan motorcycle and a Joe Rogan battleshits, please. Well, of course you can have whatever you want here on World Class Bullshitters. I'm just trying to decide what I want to give you.
So have you ever done DMT?
That makes me laugh every goddamn time.
Oh God! By the way, there are 288 people watching. Can we get 288 thumbs up, please?
Let's go.
Yeah.
And shout out to fucking Joey Coco Diaz from the button. Homeboy got that fucking DraftKings sponsorship. Let's go, big boy.
Oh my God, dude! What?
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Going, and gone.
Yeah, he did. It never. I wonder what the audio portion of the show thinks when they hear. You ever see that video of the guy hit with the car or whatever, and like people are just like, "Oh God, here it is. What's it gonna be?"
Yep.
Sorry, folks. You've heard about that motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
That
That was a motorcycle one we played, and once again, the guy stole the motorcycle and then didn't make it to the end. So that's his own fault.
Yeah,
What would
definitely
you
my
do?
least favorite button.
What would you? Oh, really?
Even more so than this button, Dion. The button that follows
get me
you
wrong.
everywhere.
I hate that button
I'll get you
too.
wrong. I'll get you
Oh, fuck.
right. I'll get you, Dion.
Oh,
I'll get you.
don't say it
Find
again.
you.
Oh,
In Colorado, you will be mine.
oh.
You're never gonna make it home again.
Oh, jeez.
No, and you're still going up. Oh,
Buffalo Jeff is a way of life.
don't go deeper, you weirdo. Oh,
Oh, Dion, it can get a lot deeper.
stop saying oh.
It can get a lot
That's the
deeper.
part that gets me. Everything else I could do was it's the oh, dear. Oh,
Dion.
ah, ah. God. I am in danger. I hear you say it like that. I'm like, I'm in danger. I need to get out of here.
Yeah, you're in danger from him like 2,000 miles away.
Yep.
Thanks.
my fucking fight mode just goes on. Not flight. I'm like, fuck. There's some fucking gigantic dude whispering in my fucking ear behind me. Ugh. Don't
I'm
say my
thousands of
name.
miles away, Dion. Or am I?
No, it's fine. I just imagine some gigantic 9-foot.
It's 10 feet beyond. 10 feet 11 inches.
Don't. Oh. Oh,
Oh God! If you puke
Sorry,
on this
Diane.
show, that's gonna be glorious. Turn your camera on if you're gonna do it. Corey Roth says, "I miss Jeff's voice." Well, Corey, I'm sorry that you missed me. I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't.
You know what? I always
No,
think
you
it's like,
don't miss me.
Don't. God damn it.
what is like somebody who's working out listening to us, or like is like has headphones in and listens to you do that? It must be so fucking jarring for some of them because they're like, oh God, they like fast forward a little bit to make sure they
I
get
would
past
be
it.
amazed if we had a fan that's like, yeah, listen to you guys when I work out, but I gotta get off the treadmill whenever Buffalo Jeff comes out. I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking blame you.
Either they get off the treadmill or they run faster.
Yeah.
Wait,
Or
that's
they
our
run,
business.
They sprint.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna create a series of fitness-based podcasts.
Fuck you.
Oh my God.
Buffalo Jeff is behind you, and you're gonna run
No.
and keep it up for 5 more minutes. I'm gonna slice your leg off
Oh
right
my
in front of you.
Oh my God.
So many of our fans will be professional MMA fighters and boxers because they'll be in amazing fucking shape from just sprinting from Buffalo Jeff.
All right, Buffalo just gonna take a break. You can breathe now for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna come
Buffalo
back.
Jeff doesn't need to take a break, but you do. So take 5 minutes and cool down.
There you go. There you go.
Get some water.
No, don't say
Gross.
water like that.
Oh my God. Folks, if you want Buffalo Jeff's audio fitness routine, subscribe to our Patreon.
Sure. I wrote down notes.
Shit, he keeps talking like that. Subscribe to our Pornhub.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah,
Shit.
baby.
I didn't mean start doing it. God damn it.
Oh, I'll do it right now, Dion.
Oh, don't say that phrase like that. Oh. I'll do it right now by Buffalo Jeff is just my kryptonite.
Is that the name of the single?
Yeah. That's the bonus track on
Party Boob?
Party Boob, the album.
It's a #1 hit in Germany.
Oh God, I bet it is.
That sounds about right.
David Hasselhoff and Buffalo Jeff have a lot of crossover in their audience. So, are you surprised? I'm not.
Would you like a glass of water? No.
Would you like to come back and listen to my Michael Bolton albums?
What would I do without you?
I don't know. I just don't. I have to be calm. I have to calm down because I'm starting to slip into Buffalo Jeff when I talk normally these days.
That's bad. When you start doing it like involuntarily, that's bad.
I would pay serious money to watch you go buy weed as Buffalo Jeff.
Just give a hoodie and glasses and just have him go
some
do that video.
dude- yeah, some like Wednesday afternoon, some dude that's like, he's working but he's high, and this fucking 6'5" gigantic half black dude is talking like that. He'd be like, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
I would like to buy 1,000 milligrams of edibles, please.
Oh,
My victims, my friends, to have a good time at
don't
the
say
party.
victim.
You're my victim.
Oh, he
Dion.
said victims. God damn it.
Do I trigger you, Dion? Do I bring
Do a
back
lot more
bad
than trigger you,
memories?
weirdo.
Oh, yeah. Trigger me, Dion. I'll trigger you.
Oh, don't say it. Like oh,
All right, let's move on.
Jesus.
From Digi Akuma. After the letdown that was the Book of Boba Fett, I'm not surprised by the bait and switch in the Kenobi series. How many more of these till Disney collapses? I'm gonna say
We've got a long time. Book of Boba Fett was a benchmark in terms of what they can get away with. So many Book of Boba Fett was the point at which even The Last Jedi in Rise of Skywalker Defenders didn't have any ground to stand on. So, Kenobi has to be good, even though we know it's not going to be that good. Kenobi has to be good to even keep them, because original Star Wars fans are fucking gone. So much so that the fucking whole Grey Jedi bullshit's been abandoned, or at least under wraps. If Kenobi isn't good, even its most hardcore defenders who sucked Rian Johnson's cock all night are not going to stick around, because they're fickle as fuck and they're going to take off.
Well, it's going to be interesting because we're going to have something from the prequels get treated like something from the original trilogy now.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep going for the best parts. I have a video for Saturday about my issues with this Obi-Wan Kenobi leak. And basically, I'll put it like this. Kenobi, this version of Kenobi, Ewan McGregor, it's my favorite version of the character. He's the best part of the prequels for me. He gets progressively better in each film, to the point where by episode 3, damn, he's cool. Like, I really dig everything about that interpretation of the character. You also have a generation of people who've grown up with the prequels. It's about to go down if they treat it like they did the original trilogy.
Yep.
And, do I think it'll be that bad? I didn't think the Book of Boba Fett would be what it was. I never assume that these, put it like this, I actually can't fathom how truly bad some of these become, because I knew that The Last Jedi was going to be bullshit. Go back and watch videos. Hell, if you're my Facebook friend, you saw me post today how on this date in 2015, I'm like, I bet you they're going to kill Han Solo in that new Star Wars movie. Fuck this. I just knew. If you followed the production of Return of the Jedi, you knew. But go back and watch the other videos. I'm like, this looks like shit. This blah, 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 blah. But this one, man, like, there's a part of me that does like the prequels, and I'm worried that part of me is going to get shit on, because it's like, yeah, maybe my interest in this part of the prequels will never get touched because it's not that popular. Here we go. Nothing is sacred in Star Wars.
Yeah, it's not. And yeah, I've beyond given up on this, and like even hearing the leaks and stuff like that, I want no part of it. Even the Book of Boba Fett thing, where like he makes it out of the Sarlacc pit in less than an episode, and then he's like, Mr. Nice Guy. It's like, that's not fucking Boba Fett. That's not how that works at all.
No. Disney has this issue. Actually, it's not Disney. Let's blame everybody. And I'm going to use this example today. I was reading on Facebook a post from a group called Out of Context Comic Books, and it was talking about Mad Love. It had the scene in Mad Love where Harley Quinn slept with her teacher to get her grade raised, and how everyone was so uncomfortable and this and that. And I thought to myself, the villains have to do heinous, bad things. Not every villain is goddamn Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2. I will not die a monster, and I'm just, a victim of my own science experiment. Sometimes they're just bad fucking people. Like the Green Goblin, he just killed people, flat out murdered them in front of Spider-Man. Like, I have an issue with people getting upset that the bad guys do bad things or aren't noble or just. Just because they're marketable doesn't mean they have to be noble. Like, softening these characters' edge isn't beneficial. Like, Darth Vader should always be Darth Vader. It should be the standard level. They want to change these characters to appease people because, like, Boba Fett, he's a bad guy. He captures Han Solo. He kills people. He's not a nice guy. I don't think he's this noble warrior. I think he's a bounty hunter. He's a bad dude going after the people that we care about. Why can't we just show him do more bad things or try to paint him in an even more extreme light? It makes them less interesting because we watch a show about an ineffectual character, not this iconic badass that we've been watching for 40 years. And it goes beyond not self-insert, excuse me. It goes beyond your own version of the story, the headcanon that you have. Sometimes these stories just absolutely suck. And if we have another stinker, another Book of Boba Fett with Kenobi, like, what's Cassian Andor going to bring in? Because the end game for all of these properties is to get more subscribers to Disney Plus. And if all of these shows don't deliver, why do you sign up for Disney Plus? To watch The Mighty Ducks? It's a great movie, but it's not enough.
Well, and to your, I think you hit the fucking nail on the head. We don't have true villains and heroes anymore. The Vader thing's a great point, but again, going back to your point about treating the the prequels, like the original trilogy from this iteration of Lucasfilm, even if you bring in things like why The Last of Us 2 sucked, why so many other films outside of smaller projects like John Wick don't do well overall. We're talking about Star Wars. If Kenobi does what The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker did, and they just recycle villains, you don't have a reason to see the hero win. Because now Kenobi's been painted into a box. We did not have an epic villain with the sequel trilogy. There is no epic villain. They started with Kylo, or excuse me, they started with what's his nuts, Leatherbag, Nutsack. What's his name? Ended up being a clone.
In what show?
Snoke. Star Wars. Snoke. So you had Snoke.
Yeah.
You killed him. You tried to make Kylo the villain, and then he's this tragic lover boy. So you have no villain who's overcome. You recycled the Emperor because you thought stupid ass Star Wars fans would come back and enjoy it. But you've seen him lose before. So now you have Boba Fett, who literally has no villain in that series. It's a generic name of another company who you don't see, and then you try to bring Cade in. There's no villain. That's why Boba Fett didn't do it. And again, Tamaru, I love you. Boba Fett fucking sucked. You bringing in the whole the cultural aspect doesn't make it fucking good. There's no villain in Boba Fett. So then after all of that shit and the flop of Grey Jedi, we're at Kenobi, where we know who the villain is. Darth Vader and the Sith. And we know they're going to fuck it up. We don't have good versus evil. We've got good versus, well, they can be good in a romantic sense, and it's just it. But then again, they're too scared to go evil, to your point, because it's gonna piss people off. And it's like, bad people do bad things. They're bad because they were once good and they can't go back. And now Kenobi, everyone's terrified because we don't have this. The sequels don't have a good villain. And then when they kind of had the opportunity to have something in the middle, they fucked it up with Boba Fett. And now we have Kenobi, and we know they're not going to make those two chicks to be real villains because they're going to freak out. They're terrified of everyone freaking out. So everyone's, Twitter's excited. We've got the bad guy's a black woman. They're not going to make her a fucking villain. They're just not going to do it because Disney's too fucking scared. So what do you have left? Nothing.
It's a bunch of half measures.
You could have brought up Maul, fucking what's his name?
Jeez, man, if they even showed one frame of Maul during the trailer, everybody would have got hard immediately.
All
right,
lost their shit.
Yeah, you would have got some subscribers. You'd have made some money. You would have done some shit. But no, you go the other fucking route.
Yeah, because and they're gonna have this redeemable thing for these two females that they're having, because you can. But and again, speaking to the wrestling fan in you, Jeff, your hero isn't shit without the villain. Yeah. Say what you want about Triple H and Vince McMahon, but you fucking hated them. You wanted to see them lose. And when the Rock or Stone Cold overcame them, it was awesome. To your point about Darth Vader, yes, we get it. Hayden Christensen played the part of a baby so well, but at the same time, Darth Vader and Grand Moff Tarkin destroyed a whole planet. It meant something that Luke turned him back to the light side and defeated the Emperor. They were true villains. They weren't black and they weren't gray. They weren't redeemable. They were just bad guys. In Star Wars, since the sequel trilogy, we don't have a legit fucking villain.
No,
You can't
we don't.
name one. You can't name one.
Well, you gotta. I hate to go back to the Lucas issue, but man, if George Lucas would have just given us one mainstay in the prequels, I think Disney would have followed suit with. Well, they did try to follow suit with one villain, and it blew. So never mind. Fuck it.
Well, listen,
the prequels, the
I
sequels
don't
would have
wanna
benefited
shit on
from a new villain
George.
each movie.
You're not. I don't think you're wrong. I think when people say that, you're in the mindset of a legitimate fan. So Lucas fucked a lot of stuff up. You know, we can't step past that. We can't get past it. George Lucas just lost his moxie, and it happens. I understand that, and I think you're partially right, but fucking Disney should have known better. Disney
Oh, yeah, of
should have
course.
known better, and it's just, it's you know, fans are so frustrated. Even the one, you know, even the fucking cucks that love the sequels, they can't tell you shit about the New Order. Even that redheaded motherfucker who's he ends up being the spy. So we can't have a true
I am the
villain.
spy.
I am the spy, Nick, you son of a bitch. There's no villain. We can't, like, fucking, you know, the world is made up of good guys and villains. God damn, you gotta have a bad guy, man. Like, fucking, at the end of the day, go fucking hire shit, man. Go fucking hire Triple H to be your bad guy. Like, just you can't pussyfoot around anymore. And it's just so frustrating. Because Kenobi, there isn't gonna be a bad guy. It's gonna be Obi-Wan on Tatooine, maybe fucking around in the Outer Rim, and there's going to be this chick who's looking for the Jedi, and she's going to find Obi-Wan, and then she's going to remember being a Jedi Padawan, and she's going to remember what it's like to be a good guy, and at the very end, she's going to be like, I want to be a Jedi again. He's going to be like, okay, baby, okay. Come on back. And everyone's gonna be like, here we go again. Here we fucking go again. Nothing memorable. Fucking nothing.
All right, baby. Come back. Come back to my
back, baby.
Come back to my cave pad. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, you know, I'm lonely. You know, I'm a hermit now. So, you know, you can give me some of them sugar walls. You know what I'm saying? In my house I bought up out by the Dune Sea. Like, no, give me a badass bitch who is murdering motherfuckers in the streets. And he's about to kill her. She goes, fuck you, Obi-Wan. I'm a piece of shit. I'm gonna die a piece of shit. Fuck you. Like, give us a bad guy. We need a bad guy.
Now, our friend Primer, thank you for your amazingly generous super chat. He says, I think the reason we don't have true heroes or villains anymore is because people have demonized storytelling conventions and tropes. True. All these pretentious airheads are more concerned about being subversive and unpredictable rather than being good. Primer, 100%. And I hate to bring her name up on this show because it brings nothing but bad energy. But when I think of people that have demonized tropes, Anita Sarkeesian, that type of person, really, like, here's how I think of it. I think about it, excuse me. People that focus on this shit don't have real issues. We'd reached a point in society where, yeah, we had problems, tons of problems, but some people didn't have real issues and they spent time thinking about dumb shit and then they went to social media. I understand the importance of thinking about things. Are things an issue? You always want to make things better for people, but this isn't the right way. And clearly it shows, because I have had conversations with people where you want to talk about a movie or something else, and they literally jump to the actions of the creator. I have interacted with people that are so focused on this person's comments online that they won't even have the conversation with you. And I was like, wow, people are that short-sighted, that myopic, that focused on other things. I don't think you need to overlook bad issues, but if you can't have a conversation about a video game or a movie before jumping to X, Y, and Z, it's kind of shitty and not fun to have those conversations. And I think that stems from this type of mentality, Primer, because storytelling tropes and conventions aren't a problem. There's a reason why we go to see some of these movies over and over again, or there's a reason why some of these classic movies are classics and we still watch them constantly. good guy versus bad guy. Damsel in distress. Oh, we've demonized that shit, but Princess Leia was the damsel in distress that really wasn't in that much distress. You can find a way to modernize a trope or tell a story or not really focus on it, because sometimes you tell it a classic way and it fucking works. I've heard so many people talk about The Princess Bride and how the women characters are weak in that movie, or the one woman character is weak and all that stuff. But people love that fucking movie, including women, men, everybody. I'll say this, the fucking Blu-ray on the shelf, that's my copy. It's just a solid movie. But that's what happens when you worry about conventions and tropes. You tell something that appeals to millions of people, it stays near and dear to their heart, and people will defend that shit till the end of time. That's why you have some of these adverse reactions. People want to go after problematic movies and think because, well, by today's standards, they're not that well made, or this or that, or they're a problem. I hate to say the phrase problematic or the word problematic, but that's it. That's where a lot of this stuff comes from, and our art suffers. We're in a really weird gray period. If you want to look at it in the color spectrum, it's nothingness, and it's really messed up too, because the corporate's always going to worry about the money and the merchandise and the marketing, and that's why they're the corporate. But now the corporate's infected with this kind of shit too, and they're focused on being progressive. I don't want to say being progressive. Whatever they're being, stupid is what they're fucking being. They're being ridiculous. And I have issues with how our modern stories are made. What do you guys think about the super chat?
Well, I think you pretty much said it. I think the only other thing, to Primer's point, the being, trying to go against and be submersive against the overall thing, the overall natural way that the story goes is also a huge part. So yeah, they're trying to be stupid, and they're trying to weaponize being progressive to make more money, but at the same time surmising what the audience wants. That's the other side of it. It's and again, to bring up Last of Us 2, Twitter's never going to understand it, but the reason why people reacted so bad is we wanted to see Ellie and Joel overcome so much. With Star Wars, we wanted to see specifically Finn and Daisy overcome the bad guys. But not only were you trying to be progressive, you're trying to go against usual expectations. Sometimes if it isn't broke, don't try to fix it. And that's what fucks up so many of these properties so quickly, is stop trying to be the smartest guy in the room. No matter what you say about Ryan Johnstein, he's never going to be in the same conversation as a John Carpenter. He's never going to be in the same conversation as oh my god, I'm fucking drawing as a Shane Black. He's not going to be that dude, especially when you go against the natural progression of the story that you're telling. So you're so busy trying to, they're never going to see this coming, and you fuck up the story. You can't recover from that. And I think Primer got that perfectly, because hey, instead of being like, hey, there's this chick and this dude who both want to destroy the New Order, you set it up where they're going to end up together. And then you're like, nope, I'm not going to do that. It's going to be her and the bad guy who doesn't want to wear a helmet anymore and is yelling more. Like, no one wants it wasn't organic, and it didn't fucking work on top of all the other bullshit. So yeah, I think Primer nailed it. When you try to be the smartest guy in the room, you look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, and it also seems like whenever they do this villain stuff, like, the villain has a human side, it seems like they're trying to say, like, oh, being human is also, being bad and being good, and this whole thing. It's like, I don't fucking give two shits about that. I watch entertainment to get my mind off of the normal everyday bullshit. So I want to see a motherfucker in a black helmet destroy a fucking planet on a whim because somebody gave him the wrong information and tried to fuck with him. That's what I want to see. And then I can be in my mind, be like, oh, that's the bad guy. He destroyed a whole goddamn planet on a whim because he's the bad guy.
But Nick, he's supposed to then take everyone to brunch beforehand or something because he's really a good guy. He's just conflicted. He's not
Seriously.
really bad.
You saw him force choke through the fucking screen. Somebody that did something wrong to him. Like that's how much he just like hated people. Like and also I remember hearing, what was it, like a side story, had the emperor had enough credits to give him a better suit, he Darth Vader would have fucked up the emperor, but the emperor knew to keep him at a certain level and keep him down and keep him struggling, keep him in his little fucking chamber and stuff like that. That's why he wouldn't rise up against him.
Well, and to all the the pussy boys that tried to dump on Return of the Jedi to try and save the last of the Jedi. Well, Luke saves Vader. Vader literally says, "It's too late for me, son." That's actual dialogue. Like, he's still the bad guy in Return of the Jedi. He only becomes good at the very end after his son beats his ass.
Yeah.
That is a story benchmark that not a lot of movies get right. Like, yeah, redemption is awesome. You can't go to that well too much because at one point it doesn't mean anything. If they deep down don't want to be bad, it doesn't have the same emotional effect when the good guy overcomes them. That's why Daisy beating Kylo Ren comes off so fucking bullshit, because, well, deep down he didn't want to turn against the Jedi and his uncle and his mom and dad and kill his dad because he's fucking Panic at the Disco, My Chemical Romance, and he's in love with... No, bitch. You should have had... He's bad, and Daisy beats the shit out of him, and then she says, all right, I'm the good guy, and then
I'm all the Jedi.
Well, that was also the other side. That was a whole other, to say that line when you haven't done anything is a different conversation. But Vader specifically says, "It's too late for me, son." There was no continuation of Kylo being the bad guy. It was this fucking constant bullshit where he's always about to cry, and like, that's... No one wants to see that shit.
No.
And we're gonna get the same thing in Kenobi, where it's like, I'm bad, but I don't wanna be bad. And at the very end, they let the good guy win. Like, no one wants to see the bad guy ease up at the end. You want to see the good guy fucking beat the bad guy to the finish 100% because they're good. And Lucasfilm just doesn't have the fucking juice to tell that story anymore.
No, they don't. Before I complain any more about this lady holding a lightsaber, because come on, let's talk a little bit about the leak, because everyone's like, "What is this leak?"
Yeah, I forgot the reason we fucking had this segment.
So, for the past few months, there have been rumors about the Obi-Wan Kenobi leaks regarding the ending of the series, as well as a post-credit scene. This comes from that Park Place. We've been hesitant. They've been hesitant to publish anything, but things are beginning to heat up. And Obi-Wan is just a few weeks away from release. It appears that the ending may have been completely leaked. Essentially, if the leak turns out to be true, Star Wars will be retconned so that Obi-Wan Kenobi failed to protect Luke Skywalker, and in fact, an Inquisitor had an opportunity to kill him as a boy. However, out of goodness in her heart, she overcomes her desire to kill him and instead sacrifices her own life by being killed by Darth Vader himself.
That wouldn't make any sense, because if he knows where Luke is, why wouldn't he just go and get him?
Yeah, and then if he knows where Luke is, he'll feel the Force from fucking Kenobi, and that doesn't make sense either. So yeah,
listen, I really hope that Lucasfilm, one, isn't dumb enough to let this get leaked, and two, for this to be the ending. I hope, but it's the same shit got leaked about the ending of Rise of Skywalker, where she says, "I am all the Jedi."
Yeah,
and electrocutes the Emperor. That ended up being true. I hope we're not reliving that. But if it is, Kathleen, Bob, Lucasfilm,
Chapek,
this is why you suck. If this is true, this is why you are going to lose.
They are.
What is it? What was I going to say? It's just this is really dumb. Well, because like also remember, I think 6 weeks before the release, the actual release of the movie, they were still shooting and editing and putting shit together.
All for episode 9, yeah.
Yeah, for episode 9 for Rise of Skywalker, Palpatine, I am all the Jedi, whatever the fuck my name is.
I am Legend.
Yeah.
God, that was a movie, dude. Holy
yeah.
shit.
6 weeks or even 4 weeks before the fucking end of it, they were still shooting things and putting like I would oh god, I can't even imagine being in that studio or even in that place where they're still fucking shooting shit on a goddamn green screen in Hollywood, and they're like, all right, immediately port this to the cloud and get somebody to edit this right fucking now and put it up and put all the effects on it and let's go. Like, how would you're not Trey Parker and Matt Stone? You're not making an episode of fucking South Park in a week. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? You're supposed to be Disney. You're supposed to be Lucasfilm. You have some fucking, some prestige. You have some clout behind you. Apparently not anymore. God. Can't even tell a simple fucking story correctly. Like, it's bad.
Well, and if this is the leak, the whole fucking last 30 minutes of what we're talking about, you can't keep bringing back villains from previous episodes in this case and expect the audience to still be involved because they've seen this already. So if Vader ends up killing what's her name, why the fuck do we even have what's her name?
Yeah,
it doesn't. It's all a dream bullshit. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense to have a whole series. You're bringing back Kenobi to tell the story of him protecting Luke Skywalker. If he fails and Luke only makes it because of she comes back into the light side, there's no reason for us to give a shit because it doesn't add to the story of Star Wars. Like, oh well, she's an Inquisitor. She became an Inquisitor because of the dark side and being abused and all this shit. But at the very end, it doesn't. That just makes Obi-Wan look shittier because not only is he unable to fucking defend Luke, but he's unable to defend against someone who only didn't do it because they chose to at the very last second. Like, that's not,
dude.
It's not compelling.
All of these compelling characters, they seem to have worked on Star Wars Rebels, but the more Disney tries to bring in characters created under their umbrella from the animated world into live action, it starts to fall apart. Like the Inquisitor, that alien race is the same that is featured in Star Wars Episode 3 from 2005, and the design in that movie is much better. This looks like a fat guy. He looks like, what is it? Ro Bai Cho or whatever the fucking name is. The guy from Mortal Kombat 4, the bald guy. He looks just like that asshole. Like this... these types of characters don't work in live action, and they really just run across our original characters, and they make them dumb. Like Darth Vader, knowing his son's out there, shouldn't be able to be stopped. Then this, like, if we find out that Darth Vader is aware that Luke Skywalker is out there, that undoes a lot of the original trilogy, because one, in that first film, Luke and Vader, they're not father and son. They're not. That's how that movie was created. And then why does and then that undoes Vader's obsession with finding Luke after the Battle of Yavin. It's like these people want to just pick little things out and try to tell these stories off of nothing. And then you basically create plot holes and anachronisms and all sorts of other issues. And you really make bad Star Wars. We've been burned so many times. We all look like Freddy Krueger at this point. It's hard to trust them.
Well, and again, it undoes the validity of the previous installments of the fucking franchise.
Yep.
So not just the movies, the comic series of Darth Vader that came out in 2017, 2018 was awesome because it emphasized his obsession with trying to bring Padme back. That it's simple. That piece of comic book was very integral in making you don't side with Vader, but it it emphasizes how much of a badass he is once he's turned to the dark side. So you know, for people who haven't read it, he builds his fucking his throne room, his castle on Mustafar that you see in Rogue One, and in the comic book, it's also a burial place for this other Sith Lord who happened to be like a scribe or some bullshit, and the dude tries to come back, and Vader beats his fucking ass. And it makes you say, shit, Vader is so turned evil by what he thinks is love. It makes you reiterate and still appreciate just how bad he is in Empire Strikes Back and in Return of the Jedi. And it makes Luke's victory mean even more. If you make him deep down, I don't want to go get my son, that undoes the weight of how important Darth Vader is as a villain. It means that Luke didn't beat him. And it jeopardizes the importance of that fucking storyline, which in turn, because Lucasfilm doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, jeopardizes the entire story of the Skywalker saga. If Vader just kind of like, I'm really still in love with doing this, I'm not a bad guy, it makes all this other bullshit meaningless.
Yeah.
You know, if you really care about the story, he fucked up. He went to the dark side, and his son beat him fair and square. Period. That's a good story. And if Kenobi does this, nobody's gonna spend $3,000 a night, bitch. They're just not gonna do it.
Well, they're already not, but you know.
Well,
Yeah,
that's a good point too.
And for this series, we're getting 6 episodes. Yeah, we're only getting 6 episodes for Kenobi.
Did you want more?
No. I was curious to see how many episodes we were gonna get, and I'm like 6. 6 is 6 too many. That's how I feel about it.
I know Obi-Wan used a gun in episode 3. It just seems so weird though. But he's shooting stormtroopers.
Yeah, that is really strange because like I think he used it out of necessity. And you know, he's a Jedi, he's not supposed to, you know, use things like that except his weapon or his the force powers or whatever. So him using a gun is awkward.
Well, a lot of my issues stem from the simple fact that you don't need to see these characters as much as Disney wants to milk them. Sometimes it's better that you don't see them. I believe one of the reasons Star Wars stayed so strong for all these years is because you only had those 3 films and then the 6. I really don't want the other 3 to be wiped out, but you kept the books alive and you kept the characters. They had ever-evolving adventures, and there was a huge portion of the audience that was into that, and there was an even bigger portion of the audience that wanted to know what those characters were up to, so they would read, you know, Wikipedia and get up on the lore, and that kind of was it. Seeing these characters all the time undoes the magic. The desire to see your favorite characters come back. Like I remember, Dion, we would geek out. Could you imagine seeing Han Solo again in a movie? Could you imagine what Luke Skywalker would be doing? And this was back in 2010. So this isn't that long ago and that long before Star Wars came back. It was a much more exciting time. And I know there's people out there like, well, we like it. You just sound jaded. Well, we're not really jaded. We're just disappointed after continual disappointments from Disney.
And we're sorry, and we're really sorry we're the real fans, and you're just, you know, here to fuck around.
Well, you know, I they deserve that. Some of them really do.
No, yeah, and that's that's why I say that. They're like, oh, you guys are just, you know, whatever. It's like, no, we're the real fans. I'm sorry.
Well, not only that, but to your point, Jeff, when we were excited, it meant that we were excited for the future. So even when, you know, you and I are talking bullshit drunkenly on a Thursday night, and down the road we meet Nick, you know, we're all, you know, Star Wars was so good for us, even though the prequels weren't great. Episode 3 ended on a note that you wanted to know more. With the sequels, there is no desire to know more. All we see is Rey beats everybody. There's nothing intricate about it. There's nothing fun about her journey. Comes to Boba Fett. again, you had this great start with Disney Lucasfilm. You don't give a shit about what he does on Tatooine because there's no stakes. There's a bunch of Power Ranger wannabes on Vespas who aren't badasses. He's letting Hutts who tried to murder him in his sleep go. He has a kind of cool fight scene with a fucking Wookiee who's supposed to be in slavery, and he's like, "Hey man, good luck. I'm not a bad guy anymore." That's not cool. You don't want to see the next step. Even with Kenobi, we know what happens next. Luke grows up, fucking Leia sends the fucking video, they go on an adventure. If Kenobi sucks, you don't care about the time period between 3 and 4. That's fucked up. When you and I were drunk and coming up with bullshit and talking about, hey, maybe we'll have a show, it was because there was intricate and interesting stories to tell about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Now, in 2022, nothing is interesting. All you know is Rey's gonna beat everyone she ever faces. All you know is Boba Fett is gonna be a good guy, and he's never ever gonna kill anybody, despite being a fucking Hutt. That, in terms of a consumer, I'm not gonna spend money when I already know everyone like Boba is just going to be a good guy all the time. I'm not buying it. I'm not spending money on that shit. It's not interesting. We say the same thing about wrestling. The stakes matter. If there's a chance the good guy loses, it's fucking cool as shit. Even the people that we talk about, the fucking fake ass fans, none of them are going to remember that lightsaber battle between Rey and Kylo Ren in the rain. No one's going to remember it because we already knew. That's a good point. No one, because we already knew, and we said it on the motherfucking channel, she's going to win. That's not fun. There's nothing interesting about that. And with Kenobi, we already know that he's going to fucking Luke's going to survive. If you can't make it interesting, I'm not going to watch 6 episodes of him not being cool. It just doesn't work.
By the way, if they have some weird thing where like Luke dies and they clone him and he's back being a kid, I'm going to fucking lose it.
I don't see him doing that. I think, at this point, they're going to fuck it up for sure. But Lucasfilm at least knows they can't get too Vince McMahon on this. They can't get too wild with the endings and clones and how Marvel swapped out Ben Reilly and Peter Parker. They can't get too crazy. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Wait, hold on. Is the fucking Indian guy from the Eternals in this bullshit?
Yeah.
God damn it, dude. Get a better agent. Shit. Come on.
Well, hey, let's talk for a minute. We're gonna see Darth Vader suited up like Iron Man.
Fuck.
I know this sounds like a bitchy complaint, but can we not see Darth Vader at all? Can he not?
I agree. I 100% agree. I do. I mean, we know Vader. We know what he looks like. Having him in all this shit doesn't make it better. It was like having Luke Skywalker at the end of fucking the second season of Mandalorian. It was weird. That didn't make any sense. I'm sorry. I didn't like that.
Now, let's play the Disney ruined our favorite characters game, because it's not that hard to play. Episode 7, they ruined Han Solo and Luke Skywalker because Luke Skywalker just runs off. And the next one,
Luke Skywalker runs off from his 2 best friends. No fucking way.
Twin sister.
Yeah, his twin sister.
Leaves her alone to fight a war.
Yeah.
If my twin sister was like, "Yo, I'm about to fight a war," I'm like, "Bitch, I'm right behind you. I'm gonna murder some motherfuckers." But Luke Skywalker, nope, he's a bitch now. He's a pussy.
Yeah, he's drinking his fucking green milk, eating giant fish, and just meditating his fucking ass off. I don't know, man. And then all of a sudden, what? You get spooked from a slight bad dream your nephew has. You try to nuke the goddamn planet because him. You went against the baddest motherfucker in all of fiction and in the goddamn galaxy. Your father, Darth Vader, and somehow your nephew having a fucking a bad nightmare spooks you into almost killing him. Go fuck yourself,
dude. Luke Skywalker got ruined in the Rise of Skywalker, not Rise of Skywalker, excuse me, Last Jedi. Princess Leia got ruined in the Last Jedi. Obi-Wan and Darth Vader are next up because all the original characters are the ones that have to go. The marketable ones, I don't know how. Like, they ruined Boba Fett too. Can you name an original trilogy character besides Chewbacca that they didn't really ruin? R2-D2 just gives up and falls asleep now
because he left.
Yeah, and nobody wants to watch the R2-D2 movie. Nobody wants to watch that. Okay, that's not gonna fucking happen. I'm sorry.
They ruined R2 because R2 fucking goes to sleep for however was it, a decade or whatever it is. So it's to your point, I think Darth Vader really is the only one left, and Obi-Wan technically to fuck up because I just give us money to make a cool Star Wars movie. Just do that. Fuck it. Just fucking give it to the world class bullshit. I promise you, we'll make you $2 billion. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, give us the money, give us the rights, give us your fucking writers' room, and we'll make it happen. It'll be good. Trust me, it'll be good.
I can't believe that's a fucking line in the sequel trilogy. How are you doing this? I don't know. That shit still drives me fucking crazy. That shit still drives me crazy to this fucking. Oh my god, what do they do to my Star Wars? Oh fuck me, man.
It's an embarrassment. It's kind of sad too.
And everyone defending it, try getting into a fight and not knowing what you're doing. Just any fight. Just any fight. And then tell me, I'll tell you what, fucking when we go to fucking the next horror hound, if you don't know how to fight me. And then be like, I don't know what I'm doing. The force of you'll be like, oh, that was a dumb part in the movie. That's not a real thing that happens to people. They just don't know how to do something, and they just win all the time. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, dude, that whole movie was fucking retarded. Like she's on the planet, like scrapping shit together to get enough money to eat her fucking, instant bread and whatever the hell she had. And then all of a sudden, the fucking Falcon is revealed under a fucking tarp. She knows how to wire it up and take it off the planet.
Yeah, I hated that moment.
God,
that was so fucking stupid.
And then and she knows how to turn. She knows how to turn on. Yeah, knows how to turn on the fucking lightsaber. Knows how to battle a fucking Jedi. I mean, a Sith, but like somebody who's been trained with it. Like he cuts him up. Like, go fuck yourself. Really, like this is why the hero's journey is so. It has to be a journey. It has to be something that they fight for. They have to suffer for them to be the good guy. There has to be things that go on there, obstacles and stuff like that, or it's not fun. If it's easy like that, nobody wants to watch it. Nobody's going to care for it.
No, they're not.
Right. Exactly.
Sorry, I was trying to block our porn bot in the chat.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, for instance,
give me some fucking Indian chicks, yo.
I had Indian food for dinner last night, Dion. I've been in pain all day.
Oh God.
Give me some Indian dessert tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I had a mango lassi. It was delicious.
Oh, by the way, on a side note, what you had was Indian cuisine, not Indian food. Okay, there's a difference. Indian food is just poverty and potatoes. Okay,
fair.
Are we talking about Ireland right now? Goddamn.
They have potatoes too, but that's different. So did Russia, but Russia, you give them potatoes, they make vodka out of it. They're tough people.
Those potatoes like vodka and whiskey. Different. Potatoes.
Yeah, exactly. There's a difference.
So this show will be out in about 12-ish days. We get to see more of Darth Vader being built.
God. When I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, great. He's going to show up. Awesome. It's going to be so dumb.
We already saw him, though. Like, that's the other thing. We saw him be built at the end of 3. I just don't, like, it's just, like Lucasfilm. I mean, I get it. They're.
This is it. There we go.
Oh my God. And then they're making it sound like the Stark arc coming online. I just
Yeah. I remember hearing that too. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
I just hate it, dude. Like, I just fucking hate it. I just really hate it.
Yeah,
It has to be like fucking Fast Times at Ridgemont High good to be redeemable. It really does.
That's a weird bar to set as your
You know
standard.
what?
I don't disagree with you.
That's
such
the
a
show.
weird bar.
That's the show we need. We need the CW fucking younglings high school.
Hey,
high
do
school
not
show.
say CW 3 times, man. They'll fucking come out
Yo.
of nowhere and fucking turn you into a gay vampire.
Oh
Did you hear
God.
the CW canceled their newest DC comic show after like a couple episodes?
Which
No.
one? Which one?
Naomi, I got the news pulled up. Give me a second. I will
That's fucking
tell you right now.
hilarious,
So,
man.
a new report claims that Ava DuVernay's Naomi, which stars people we haven't heard of, has been axed by the CW after completing its first season that saw its ratings continuously nosedive. Deadline reports that it will not be renewed for a second season. The report comes just 2 days after the show's season 1 finale wrapped on May 10th, an episode that posted the show's worst ratings for the entire season. TV series finale reports that the final episode saw ratings in the 18 to 49 demo clock in an abysmal 0.06. Total viewership plummeted from a season premiere of 802,000 to an all-time low of 428,000. The show had an average of
Holy
522 per episode, but you can see as the show consistently bleeded viewers every week.
A 0.06?
Yeah.
Jeff, did you see that this week was the anniversary of the highest rated Raw of all time?
Really?
So that ended up being, it was the 1999 what would have been May 9th or something like that. So it was
That's before Raw is on, right?
Yeah, so it was like whatever. It ended up being like the main event was, Stone Cold Rock and McMahon versus Taker, Triple H, and Shane McMahon, I think. And it was fucking it was like a 9.5. So imagine, just in terms of comparative, like they were saying that it was a million people watching the final part of Monday Night Raw, and the CW hits a fucking 0.6 for a new TV show.
Dude,
That's fucking crazy.
Do you even know who Naomi is?
No. I'm sure it's a DC character because it's, CW tries to suck the cock of whatever DC fucking shit they can find.
Well, of course. Listen to this. I had this pulled up. So Naomi McDuffie, and now, folks, if you're wondering why I would have an issue with her last name, she's named after Dwayne McDuffie, and it's like he's one of the most famous comic creators ever. He happens to be black, and he created Static Shock, for those who don't know. But there's this thing where it's like, hey, Dion, there's only one black person that ever created anything. It's like, okay, let's name her after that person. It's weird how Brian Michael Bendis tried to create her, but it didn't work. So anyway, here's more of what I was trying to say. She's a fictional hero who appears in the comic books published by DC Comics. She made her live-action debut in the TV series, which has just been canceled. Her first appearance was Naomi #1 in March of 2019, and her superpowers are she has a tremendous amount of unknown types of energy inside her body. She can fire powerful energy blasts from her hands. This energy makes her very strong and durable and allows her to fly. She can manifest into black and gold costume around her body. So she sounds generic as fuck, and that's the problem.
She sounds like Iron Man is what she sounds like.
Or shittier Captain
Or
Marvel.
Sounds like a shitty version of Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Well, but she's black.
I didn't realize you were South
We know
African.
she was.
Oh God damn it!
I know she was black. It's the CW. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
You're 100% right. 100% right.
I just that to rope it into Star Wars to tell you that this formula fails. CW literally copied the sequel trilogy for this character. Clearly. She just does shit. And it fucking failed. That's insane. You talking about CW, who against everyone's better judgment had free reign of some of the most successful properties. They had DC, bro. They had Supernatural, guy, and they fucked it all up. This shit doesn't work. I don't know what to tell you anymore. Like this, and Twitter doesn't watch this shit. I know everyone's getting excited about, was it Stranger New Worlds or whatever, and Discovery or whatever. There's not gonna be no Discovery. It's fucking.
Yeah. Star Trek.
What do you want from us, America?
Better fucking entertainment.
Yeah, I mean that's the reasonable answer. Yeah.
Yeah. God. Well, that used to be our main export, Dion. That used to be America's best export is our culture and our entertainment. But that sucks balls too now. So I don't know what the fuck we're doing anymore.
Well, it's
That's a great soundbite.
I mean, that's actually, we need to get that on a t-shirt actually. But that's like it. That fucking James. That's a perfect point. The only surviving show that's relevant is Superman and Lois. And even then, like that show gets so screwed. I haven't watched it yet, and apparently it's not that bad. But it gets so scrutinized, you can't even watch it because everything is so bad that even reasonable CW fans, and there's like 20 of them, even they are like, well, this happens and this happens, and the relationship between Superman and Lois is still very reminiscent of blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, what more evidence do you need that you need to focus on making a goddamn good show? I just can't. Like, if I was making Kenobi, I'd be like, let's do the opposite of this shit. But sure enough, Inquisitor is this black chick, and then you have what's her name is the other character, and it's just like, oh my god, man! Like, you can't stop betting on Twitter to watch it. They don't watch this shit.
No, nobody does, dude.
Well. I mean, to go to CW and Supernatural, I think Jensen and the other guy, I forget their fucking names. They want to make they're wanting to make a spinoff of, like, what is it? Their mom and dad. They want to do a show of their mom and dad. Before they died and shit. They want to do that.
They tried, but I guess Jensen was going to do it, and they didn't have Jared on it because Jared's a weirdo. But
yeah,
like it's not dead yet, but they didn't tell Jared Padalecki about it. So then he found out about it on Twitter, and he got mad at Jensen Ackles, and I guess they're cool now. But it was supposed to be a prequel, and the only reason they got okayed was because Wayward Sisters was not Wayward Sisters. What was the fucking
Wayward Sisters? Yeah, Wayward Sisters. Yeah,
was it Wayward Sisters?
Yeah.
Because that was so fucking terrible.
Yeah,
and even CW was terrified to do anything with it.
And I remember seeing that. I remember seeing the promo for it. It wasn't that bad. You had
right.
You had the sheriff and the what was it? The other lady. Those two ladies who were actually good together. They'd been in the show for so long. I was like, oh, okay, if they're doing something, that's fine. It's cool. Whatever. It's fine. They're part of the family, and it's okay. And apparently nobody wanted that. I was like, I'm fine with it if they did it.
Geek saying that it got ordered to a series today.
Oh shit! Really?
Fuck, dude. Maybe.
But here's the thing. Does Clone Geek? We need some more information. Did it get? Is it CW or is it somebody else gonna buy it? Is it go to like HBO Max?
Here we go. I got it right here for you.
That's the question. Well, what does it say?
Here it is. Supernatural prequel ordered to series at CW.
Oh
shit.
Supernatural. Here we go. Supernatural lives on. The CW has officially greenlit the prequel, The Winchesters, to series for upcoming 2022-23 television season.
Oh my god!
Jensen
the end of this year?
Neil serve as executive producers on the project, which shifts from the focus of Sam and Dean to their parents, John and Mary. Narrated and told through the perspective of Dean, the 1-hour drama tells the untold love story of how John, played by Drake Roger, and Mary, Meg Donnelly, and how they put it all on the line, not only to save their love, but the entire world.
And see, that's going to be
goddamn. The CW's doing it. It's going to suck.
We'll see. And here's the thing.
Right,
here's the thing. They can't do that for very long. They can do it for about five or 6 seasons, and they have to shut it the fuck down. Because according to I have to really pull out the fucking memory of the show. They met later in life. They were hunting and stuff, but not for very long until they had kids. And even then, they were settled down, and the monsters were like not coming after them until the yellow-eyed demon. That's a whole other thing. But yeah, they can't do it for very long. They really, really can't. It's going to be really difficult for them to milk it for 10 seasons. And even then, it's not going to be good. And I think this is their like fucking last ditch effort. They're dying. They're dying. Throwing the shit at the wall kind of thing, to get people to watch their channel. And even then, I'm honestly surprised they didn't go to HBO Max for this. I'm very surprised they didn't just pitch it to them.
It'll go to HBO Max eventually because it's all part of the Warner Brothers system.
That's true. And yeah, HBO Max is doing quite good. They're picking up subs and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Their parents were kind of assholes in my opinion. Yeah, such confidence. They were. No, 100% they were. 100%. And by the way the lore is that Mary pulled in the dad, not the other way around. So
yep.
The mom pulled in the dad into their life, and so if they fuck that up, they're already screwed. So we'll see what happens.
It's gonna be so bad.
Now, I was late to the Supernatural party, so I don't think I'll watch this one at all. But I want you guys to tell me how it is.
Yeah, I'll probably end up watching it and reporting about it just because I'll do that. I'll do that for Patreon. It's fine. I'll do that for Patreon.
Listen, I'm not gonna let you go in that shit alone, bro.
Okay, all right. You and me.
Family doesn't end in blood, boy. You're not going on that. You're by yourself, buddy.
Okay, well, we'll watch the first few episodes and we'll record something. We'll put it up on Patreon.
Deal, because it's gonna be so fucking bad, especially with because Kenobi's coming out in a couple, you said 12 days.
Something like that, yeah. I think it's dropping the same day as fucking Supernatural. To be honest with you.
So
no. Sorry, it's dropping as the same as Stranger Things. Stranger
Things, right. So,
wait, seriously?
Yeah, I think it's May 27th. I think is the first episode of Kenobi. Let me check 100%.
Dudes, 2022 to 2023 may be.
Yeah, you're right, Nick.
The day. That's the fucking. Yeah. This is the day in the year that the fucking things went really bad because of Kenobi and Stranger Things and the prequel for Supernatural all suck. Holy shit. That's wild.
I want to talk about the fact that Kenobi, it used to be that nothing would compete with Star Wars. Go back to The Force Awakens. Everyone was afraid. When we get around to the Rise of Skywalker, doesn't Cats come out in the same weekend? Like, the point is, other studios aren't afraid to put out properties against Star Wars.
Well,
I
remember
think it's going to do better.
Well, remember the second movie, they had that fucking contract with the theater saying we want the biggest theater for I think 4 weeks, or we're gonna take a higher percentage. And now I don't think they can pull that shit anymore. I really don't.
Well, not just that. I think my whole thing is this affects the whole genre. So kind of get along the lines of thought that when Prometheus ended up sucking, sci-fi horror pretty much went on the back burner. There were a lot of indie projects that happened in that time period, but none of them got the same push that Prometheus got. Even when Covenant came back out, I know fucking Danny McBride being in it was supposed to be this big thing, but it was released and no one gave a shit. Obviously, it wasn't that good either. But outside of Covenant, Prometheus fucking up, it fucked up sci-fi horror pretty much for the next 10 years. If you have a back-to-back of Star Wars, Stranger Things, and Supernatural. We're talking about Netflix, CW, what's left of it, and fucking Disney having flops. I think the whole game's going to change because outside of those, the only other really huge TV series coming out is The Boys. I think we could very well see a serious changing of the guard. If those three things all suck, holy shit. The fucking the consumer base may never fully, especially Twitter, may never invest in this shit for the next decade. That's wild, man.
Well, and
That's
and
fucking wild.
and I know Jeff. I know Jeff wants. I know Jeff. I'm with Jeff. I want violence and blood and things like that. The Boys fits that category.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Which is
So,
crazy because Jensen Ackles would be involved in two of those things: The Boys and Supernatural.
yeah, that's very true.
I'm just saying, man. It's obviously Boba Fett didn't do well. And Kenobi doesn't do well, I know Moon Knight is kind of well received. What if Disney might have to be forced to abandon the whole TV show thing?
It'd be nice.
And then you have the CW. Batgirl just died a very painful death.
Oh yeah,
And if they come out with they don't have anything else on the CW. If the fucking Supernatural show doesn't do well, dude, I know they just got bought because they haven't made a fucking profit ever. But if Supernatural doesn't do well, when you had Jensen Ackles producing that shit, and then if Netflix, who just lost how many 2 million subscribers, their fucking stock's gone down, and Stranger
well,
Things
not
doesn't
just
do
that,
well,
not just that. They also sold Schmidt Creek or Shit Creek, whatever it is, to Hulu. That's going to go on Hulu exclusively in October.
Why?
And they lost the Marvel shit to Disney Plus.
Yes, they did. So I mean, like it's all going to
And if
shit.
Stranger Things for that first episode doesn't do well, holy shit, boys! I think we could be seeing some crazy shit going down in 2022, 2023.
That's what I've been saying. I have been working
You're
on
right,
something for a
man.
little bit,
Holy
because
shit!
This is the year, dude. Nick, a couple years ago, actually towards the beginning of our podcast, you had found an article that said that 20 whatever it picked a specific year. It was the year all the big blockbusters were going to come out and everything was going to overlap and cause a problem, and it kind of did. But now we have another problem that we probably didn't foresee, and it's like a really quick result too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and here's the thing: is like, I legitimately think the free market is the VOD market because you can subscribe and unsubscribe like it 3 clicks. It doesn't take long to do that stuff. And the way things are going now with people, with inflation, things like that, and all that other stuff, people are dwindling off. What they don't want to watch, what they don't want to see. And so these things are dying. I mean, like, okay, for instance, look at CNN Plus. That died on the first day, on the first fucking day. It died quicker than Quibi did, if anybody remembers what the hell that was.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah, and it didn't spend that much, near as much money as they did either. Quibi spent $2
not only
billion.
that, but and again, I know that everyone's kind of wanting us to go back to the Kenobi thing. This is kind of involving that. We're just kind of having a weird penultimate mind fuck right now.
Yeah.
But like Jeff, we've seen this before, dude. With the WWE.
Oh yeah.
When WrestleMania 30 got so scramble fucked when they fucked up the Rumble and they changed the main event of WrestleMania at the last minute. And it was, it ended up doing well. And obviously, I think I actually blame, us because it was my first WrestleMania. My kid was born, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like that period where we didn't know what was going to happen with the WWE was fucking wild. And
no, it was wild.
And at the last minute, they finally decided to go with Daniel Bryan, and they ended up having a great, again, last minute, the fans forced their hand. But we could see the same shit with streaming TV shows. Like, that's fucking wild to me that in the same year, it's very possible that Netflix, Disney Plus, and motherfucking the CW all have monumental failures in the same calendar year, dude.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen
That's
to nicer
fucking-
people though.
Dude, I know, right? That's insane to me, man. That's a fork in the road. Like, either you make the right decision to save your shit or you die. This is madness, son. This is fucking madness. I did not know. Fucking, that's the same day as Stranger Things. What the fuck?
Yeah, just figured that out.
That's crazy. dude.
It's not. Look, I get it. You can watch both things. I have access to both things, but I might sit down on the 27th, and if I get lost into Stranger Things, that whole season's available, or that first half of that season's available. I can watch 6 episodes. This, waiting 6 weeks for Kenobi, I was able to kind of pick and choose with Boba Fett. I'm really curious about this one, but I'm not in a rush.
The best thing Netflix can do is dump the first half of that season on that day. That's the best thing they can do to compete with Disney Plus. That's the best thing they can do is dump the first half of those episodes, 6, 4, whatever the hell they have, immediately that day. Best thing they can do.
So Shogun, Supernatural would fail again because everything not mainline Supernatural has failed. So Wayward Sisters, Bloodline was, both of those things were considered fucking terrible, and then the last few seasons were not received very well. If this prequel series comes out and it's not good, CW is already on the ropes because of everything else failing, as well as they just canceled Batgirl, which they put a lot of money into and chased off its original star. So Supernatural would fail, to your question, because CW's fucking terrible right now. And it happened at the same time as Disney Plus, where Boba Fett wasn't that great. And at the same time, if motherfucking Netflix, who's on the ropes because they've lost so many subscribers, has a shitty premiere with Stranger Things, dude. That's what I'm saying, Shogun. The track record catches up to all of them in the same calendar year, bro. That's wild. And oh my god, that's fucking for people who love pop culture. That's what we call a fucking game changer, son. Because if you and your competitors all fuck up, and everyone below you isn't doing anything great, like no one cares about TNT originals.
That's true.
What are those?
6 people do probably.
I think unanimously. I think everybody has Tubi and it's free, and they're willing to watch that over fucking Disney Plus or anything right now.
Dude, we might see fucking Amazon Prime blow up out of nowhere, man.
Yeah, that's
if The Boys is a huge hit this summer and that other stuff is terrible, dude. Changing of the guard right now.
Well, even Amazon, like even their stuff is like it's really hit or miss, and like I barely watch any of the original stuff. The only thing I've watched is original is The Boys.
Well received.
Yeah, I mean a lot of their stuff is just kind of like it's poorly advertised, like Netflix. They put out a bunch of stuff that just you don't know about until like the very end.
Even John Burns, like, dude, that's fucking. He's like, geez, like, dude, I don't know. That's fucking. I don't know. Like, we're talking about, the Wild West happening. If you have these major fails that are touted as this, huge progressive, I don't know, dude.
One thing I do love is Apple's not even in the fucking conversation.
Nope.
No, because they're making decent stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, and nobody's watching because everyone wants to pay them another fucking $10 for their streaming service.
Oh, dude, I'm paying for. Well, I don't personally pay for it. We have Apple Plus. Servant's worth it.
Okay.
Servant is a legit show. If anyone out there has not had a chance to watch Servant, I highly recommend it. It's a very good show.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and then Paramount, obviously, I know a lot of people aren't happy with, or I shouldn't say not happy, but Halo isn't great, but Paramount had that crazy amount of subscribers increase. That's dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, and like I got a gift card for that for Paramount, and I have it for like a month or two now. They have a bunch of really old Nickelodeon stuff, like they have Kablam and all those things on there, and I'm just kind of like, that's really good.
But in terms of new stuff, if they're able to close the gap, fuck, and Amazon's got goddamn Lord of the Rings coming out. God, I just
Lord of the Rings.
if
God,
all these things are bad.
Forgot about that one.
oh
dude.
my God, yeah.
We're talking about companies who have invested millions per episode. I mean, I'm sure for CW it's probably thousands, not tens of thousands. CW is cheap as fuck. But if we're talking about these companies who've invested millions per episode and these things don't pan out, dude. It's
Yeah, you're right,
fucking.
man.
I don't know. The vacuum is going to be interesting. At least it's going to be great for us to cover. But 2023 is going to be fucking wild, man. Twitter's going to be. They were talking all this shit about all these shows, and you need to do this, and we want to see more of. We want to see more of this, that, and the other. More women and more flags and blah 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 blah. If these don't make money, son.
No,
Everything's going to change.
Yeah.
Well, this
yeah.
is why this shit is failing. And this is why big companies have issues, because they bought into the super minority. They thought the people on the internet actually, it's weird. The people that they shit on is the majority of your audience. The people that like Star Wars and they're pretty cool. The crazy ones that you make Raylo fan fiction for and all this other crap, like those are I get fan fictions that, but the point is, like, the audience that they're chasing isn't the audience that's going to keep them afloat. So
right,
Yeah, exactly.
they will jump ship as soon as possible. All the audience that got all the hashtag, and again, I'm not saying that Rings of Power is going to fail. We're not huge Lord of the Rings fans. I enjoy Lord of the Rings. I don't think that the trailer looked that bad, but if you have all these failures and you're teed up a home run and you don't hit it, holy shit, man. You have an entire fan base that isn't willing to give you their money anymore. And that's, we might see some people swing a little bit more towards the John Wicks of the world, man. We're going to see a little bit more swings towards.
Listen. There's a reason that they're doing the John Wick show with the hotel. There's a reason that there's 4 parts to that series. There's a reason that they did Nobody, which is basically just John Wick, but it's a guy with a family in a house and shit. There's a reason that those producers are making money and doing that shit.
well, I will. I don't know if I'll watch that one, but I like the idea of it. Just John Wick's cool.
Yeah. They're doing the Continental Hotel show. I don't know who's doing it. I don't know where it's going to be, but I hear it's happening.
So let's check in more with the audience, because a lot of people are out there waiting tonight. Thank you very much for your patience, folks. Now, back to the audience. TLJ Screwjob asks, the guy that shares the first name as the WCBS host? Yes, Cornelius. TLJ Screwjob also says, did Jim Duggan need to announce his presence, Dion?
Oh,
Thank you, man. Have you ever heard the story of he and the Iron Sheik getting in trouble for having cocaine on their way to a wrestling show?
yeah, that's what fucked up Jimmy's push.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Fucking wrestling's wild, dude. Those fucking stories. Jeez.
Dude, if you listen, man, I mean, I know, Conrad's kind of fucking up, and Eric Bischoff's in the fucking thing. He's trying to get into a tough with CM Punk, but dude, look up crazy wrestling stories. There's one that Jeff and I laughed about when it came out, where Marty Jannetty talks about how him and Iron Sheik got into a fight with like 2 hookers. Oh my God. Wrestlers are fucking nuts.
Yeah, we're going to be we've had some fun with wrestlers. We're going to be working with some more in the future, folks. So just be on the lookout for that. Okay, so after that, we have one from our friend, Ninja Lawyer Steve. He says, too bad Kendo's not here. I made him a baby gift. Ninja Lawyer Steve, Kendo is on his way still, and I have those baby gifts pulled up. So don't worry, Ninja Lawyer Steve. I've seen them. You get a thumbs up from me. Here, I'll actually turn on my camera to give you the thumbs up. But, yeah, He'll be here soon. Primer, thank you very much for your other generous super chat. He says, "Hail WCBS. I find it weird that Disney is releasing Avatar 2 in December, given it takes place in a lush tropical environment with warm ocean. Wouldn't it make more sense to release it in the summer?"
It would make more sense if it never came out, actually. But
Agreed.
whatever.
Primer, I think it's just a cash in on the fact that it's a Christmas movie, and the first one was a Christmas movie. I don't really like going to the movies around Christmas. If something I want to see comes out, I'll go see it. But
Yeah.
I don't like going to the movies that time of year. I don't even, the thing is, it's not about winter or fall. It's just, I got family stuff, travel, real things to worry about. Going to see a movie makes it kind of like a priority, and it's not as much fun.
No. Now I do love when you get like the Christmas horror movie that comes out around Christmas. That is a very rare thing, and it's very fun, and I fucking love it. When that happens, that's that's something that I will, once I'm done with the family stuff, I'll go watch the movie, of course. But yeah, that's how I do it.
TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says apparently mouse stock was under $100 a share for a bit. Nick, you follow a lot of our stock stuff. Did you see Disney dropped under $100 a share? For
let me check that actually, because I believe it was hovering around 100, and I think it may have dipped. Let's see here. That's crazy, man. Oh wow. Yep, it dipped. It dipped hard.
What was its lowest?
Let's see, 99.54 as far as I'm seeing. It may have been a little more. Yeah, 99.31 was the lowest, and that was at 8:30 this morning.
I wish Disney could take a step back and realize why people are happy that they're failing or having trouble.
And their stock used to be the one that people would like. They would advise you to put money into because it's a good one. They're making money. They're doing stuff. It's always going to go forward. They've been around 100 years, but like it's just going to shit now. I fucking love it. It's great.
Yeah, Schadenfreude like a motherfucker, folks. That is the word of the day. Rob Brantz, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, to those in Respawn who are complaining that they wanted Star Wars Fallen Order to have a black woman to be the protagonist after all these years since the release, just shut up. You're ruining your legacy. Yeah, I'm with you, Rob. Who cares? Like, we don't... What's his face? Cal Kestis is a fine character. They have... Look, Jedi Fallen Order and all these Disney Star Wars games from EA and shit, they got all the... whatever you want to call the diversity characters. Literally every character is some... I always liked that the Empire was a bunch of stodgy British white dudes because that was the enemy. Like, we don't have to diversify the enemy.
Yeah, and somehow in the new series, the enemy had the diversity and the good guys didn't. It's kind of weird.
Well, hold on.
Well, not only that, but to answer that question, you know who cares? China, which is why they picked Daisy fucking Ridley. That's why.
Because she's so generic.
Yep.
And white as fuck.
Oh, dude. Well, it seems like with these female characters, they want to put ones that a majority of the audience can kind of just like put themselves on, like to project themselves on, because these actresses are very generic and bland. They don't really have any distinguishing features. They're I won't call them androgynous because they're not androgynous, but they're very just milk toast and whatever. And I think that's an intentional choice because for how many years have we heard or seen articles? Oh, sexualization in movies makes the audience feel uncomfortable. When in reality, people wanted to go see the tits and the ass and the men and the muscles and all this shit because people are horn dogs. This comes back to TLJ Screwjob's really generous, not TLJ Screwjob, excuse me, Primer's generous super chat earlier in the stream. Let me go pull that one up. But this is kind of their own doing. So this is going against, I won't say human nature because it's not that serious, but it's going against what the audience wants. It's antithetical to entertainment. So it's kind of shitty that that's what the situation is. But yeah, to subvert and to be unpredictable, that's their desire. We don't want that shit. We don't want the same movie, but we want to go. It doesn't hurt to see the hero win and this and that. I don't want to be like John. I don't want to be like JR and use the John Wayne analogy because I love Jim Ross, but I don't really like John Wayne movies that much. I don't dislike them. I just come on. I'm not a fan.
Sons of Katie Vick is dope. He later died in a car accident riding with Kane.
Oh shit. Now, up next we have one from our friend. Where were we at? Is that from Mad Cheesemo, who says, "Oh, so that's who Jeff found to replace me. Is there such a thing as too much diversity? Also, you get an Evil Dead game? Hashtag Mad plus WCBS forever." Yeah, Mad, you are definitely that hashtag is legit. Nick, I'm thinking about getting the Evil Dead game. Strongly thinking about getting it. Are you?
Dude, there's a well. See, here's the thing. There's another one by my favorite company. God, I forget their fucking name, but they did Until Dawn. There's one called Quarry where it's just again kids getting murdered by a faceless dude in a camp. That's coming out. You have the Evil Dead game coming out, so it's a lot of good stuff's happening. And as soon as we get a hold of those, we're gonna start streaming those. When they come out.
I find myself sitting down, I'm like, oh, I should stream Twitch. And then I find myself playing Xbox. I'm like, I could stream this and people could watch it. And I go, yeah, but then I have to stream this video game. It's such a weird thing for me at times. I'm like, I need to do this. I want to get the right setup, though, because we have a green screen. I got one of these roller chairs. I'll sit myself in the corner of the screen and play. I don't know. Supermassive
Games is the one that I like. They're the ones who come up with all the stuff.
We had a house guest
and stuff like that
last week, and he was talking about Until Dawn. He was trying to recommend it. I'm like, I own that game.
That was the first one that I played of theirs that came out, and I still replay it. I still love it. It's still a wonderful game. I played it months ago on Twitch, and I went through a lot of their stuff. But I can't wait for Quarry to come out because it seems to be. I think Bill Moseley, they even have his face in that game now. There's a lot of horror people coming out in that game. It's basically Friday the 13th without it being Friday the 13th. That's what it is. The kids are at a camp, shit goes down, people get murdered. It's gonna be a good time.
John, I didn't know they were neutering the humor. I'm not buying that game. They lost my money.
Seriously?
The new Saints Row has taken away some of the humor. I bought Saints Row 2 on the Xbox again for a whopping $2, and that's about as much money as I'm going to give the that's not EA anymore. That's how much money I'm going to be giving Saints Row this year. Not because I'm angry or on a protest, but the only thing I liked about Saints Row was how funny it was. Grand Theft Auto was dour in 2008. Saints Row 2 was a lifesaver compared to Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto was beautiful. It had a nice, big, engaging city, but the gameplay was dog shit. The mechanics were terrible, and I didn't like Nico Bellic. I don't like my stories with a side of suicidal depression. I like my Grand Theft Auto games to be fun and crazy, not oh shit, Packy, I'm sorry. Fuck Grand Theft Auto 4. Most overrated piece of shit game ever. Any critic that gave it a 10 deserves to be smacked in the fucking face. Ugh. I'm sorry, that was mean, but GTA 4 blows. I hate that game with a passion. What's your most hated video game?
Ooh, fuck. Oh my god, probably. I said I go with Iron Man 2, the fucking movie tie-in. Fuck that game.
Did you ever find it?
Fuck no. Hillary refused to tell me where it was. Then she forgot where you got it.
Yeah. So, folks, long story short, Dion is like me, and we were both into video games. And when we find a good game, it's hard to put it down, no matter what it is. And so sometimes we get hooked by a shitty game because it's addictive. And that was Iron Man 2, the movie. And it was when I was living with Dion, Hillary, Jake, and Tom. It was the most fun I had had in my life at that point. And it was great until Dion got this game, and all he wanted to do was play the game. So we'd be trying to go out to the bars. Dion's still playing Iron Man. We'd be trying to go out to dinner. Dion's still playing Iron Man. So one day I said to Hillary, hey, Hillary, let's hide the game and see if he ever finds it. And she goes, okay. And so we took it and we put it in another game, or we put it in a DVD box. We didn't throw it out or do anything malicious. We just put it in another DVD box, but we lost the game. And so that was 2010. It's 2012, and Dion still hasn't found his copy of Iron Man 2. So, folks, if you're feeling generous and you'd like to send a copy of Iron Man 2 to one Dion Green, care of World Class Bullshitters, for the PS3, please, you can send it to our P.O. Box. P.O. Box, WCBS Show, 14320 Ventura Boulevard, Suite 163, Sherman Oaks, California, 91423. I'm a good friend.
It's 2022, not 2012. And to their point, anyone that's played the movie tie-in Iron Man 2, that game is so ridiculously bad. Like there are parts that are unplayable. I still got all the way to where he makes Ultron, and I couldn't get past it. I was losing my shit. And then they stole it and hit it. I wasn't even fucking mad. Like I was like, I can't find it. Fuck this game. Like I literally moved on with my life because fuck that game. And it is literally 12 years later in 2022. And I'm so glad that they fucking took that game from me till this fucking day. The first Iron Man game I love. The second one, fuck that game. Fuck that game. I'm so glad movie tie-ins are fucking dead.
I am too, because the movies that they make aren't worth games anymore. And I know people are like, well, what about Spider-Man or this or that? I liked that movie a lot, but I wouldn't want a video game based off of it, because you can't have an open world Spider-Man game with a multiverse and all these different dimensions. It'd be kind of lame. So yeah, movie tie-ins are dead. We have IP. Well, the thing is though, that used to be the only way that you would see some of these characters get adapted into games. I mean, Superman's had the worst video game history for any superhero. Can you think of a superhero that's had a shittier turn of events in the video game landscape?
Superman hasn't had a good one besides Injustice, and it's not his game.
Yeah, Injustice is just a Mortal Kombat clone with DC skins. So.
And it's literally the same people that made it.
Yep, good old Warner Brothers. Hey, buy your competition. Put your own shit in their box. Yeah. Now, up next, we have one from our friend Space Monkey 0899, who says the most hilarious thing about Disney is that you can be woke, but you need good writing that doesn't insult your audience. Yeah.
Yep. No, and that's the thing is, like, you know, once again, we don't mind diversity and things like that. That's fine. But when it's your only selling point for your new fucking movie, TV show, whatever, and that's the only thing you keep like harking on, it gets really fucking annoying really quickly. And you know, like the thing is that there have been movies that have come out recently that were diverse, but they didn't hark on it. They had a good story. It was a decent movie. It was a good time, and you just kind of like, oh, okay, there are people of different things going on in this movie, and it's actually quite good. So, you know, that's it. But Disney and these other companies are just kind of like, oh, look at this. We have a gay black dude. Oh my God, you must watch our movie right now. It's like, cool. If that's all you got, I'm gonna go rewatch an old ladies movie that I like. Fuck this. You know, like nobody cares. Nobody's gonna fucking care.
No, they're not gonna care. I have found myself getting more value out of just the classics, the back catalog. And maybe it's me or maybe it's the groups I put myself in, but I just see tons of people talking about physical media these days, be it games. I mean, people are collecting Nintendo cartridges out the ass all of a sudden. I understand there's a market for it, but like the N64 has gone up in price on the secondary market, like astronomical. I have all my old games still. And I'm thinking to myself, shit, I can never lose one, because to replace a copy is getting crazy. And same thing with movies too. Have you seen what some of these like now companies, instead of just pushing to digital, they've created a I guess it's boutique style Blu-rays and 4K discs where you get the steel book with the box set and all this shit. Like, it's more expensive.
Dude, no. Trust me, I do. You know, I get the old shit from like Vinegar Syndrome and like Arrow and shit like that. Yeah. It's the same thing, man. Trust me. There was one that's come out that I bought in a multi-pack like 10 years ago called Girls Night Out. And it's got what is it? It's the main cheerleader from Revenge of the Nerds. She's in it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. And it's basically some psycho who puts on the fucking bear mascot of the school, puts knives in the claw, and starts killing people throughout the high school as they do like a scavenger hunt. It's a fun movie. It's really good, and I remember watching it on DVD. And like they finally are remastering it in Blu-ray, doing a nice remastering on the audio. And I can't fucking wait to spend $50 this fucking thing. Dude. Even what is it? Dracula Dead and Loving It on Shout Factory, $30. Event Horizon Steelbook, like $35-$40. You know,
I can't wait to throw my money at Paramount because they're releasing Beverly Hills Cop in 4K. Excuse me, Beverly Hills Cop 2 in 4K. And what they do is they treat these catalog titles with a lot of respect. This thing's got a 5-star rating for the picture quality. and it was on sale yesterday for $20. I can't wait to get my copy. Next week it drops. Like, am I going to review it for the channel? Fuck no. Nobody cares about that. But I'm excited. Well, oh, by the way, folks, what I am going to do for those who like the collectibles, because if you've seen lately, I've been networking with a lot of great YouTubers. Obviously, I'm friends with Retro Blasting. I'm part of Iconicon coming up, where we have a Power Rangers stream. But I've been streaming with guys like Vinny Tardamella. I've been over on the 3POA podcast lately, hanging out with Ryan, aka Laserpads. Who else we got? We got Bobby Valla, as well as Tony from Analog Toys. So I've been hanging out with a lot of toy collectors as of late, and I bought myself a little turntable, and I'm going to review a couple of our things. And by a couple, I mean I have like Hot Toys Spider-Man from the new game. I have James Bond coming, a couple really fun reviews to give you guys bonus content over on Patreon, etc. So be on the lookout for that, and we'll shoot it. And I'm excited to do some toy reviews. Dion, are you excited for me to finally cross the threshold into that?
Hell yeah, man. That's going to be a little exciting for the old G's of the fucking channel, man.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, and you can you can show them why the Trick or Treat Michael Myers is better than the NECA one.
Yeah, what I'm looking forward to is building up a decent amount of brand equity in this, so people can send us weird stuff to do reviews of and comparisons. It's like, we want you to review the 1990 whatever McFarlane Maniacs Freddy Krueger versus the NECA one. Well, send them to me and I'll review them, and I'll even send them back to you. Like, yeah, that kind of stuff is going to be fun. Now, our friend Space Monkey, thank you very much. I agree with a lot of your points. It does have to be good. It doesn't. Quality is paramount. And Warner Brothers and Universal. Wanderer says, traversing the multiverse is a big deal in Multiverse of Madness, but in the first one, they say that they can use the sling ring for that exact same purpose. I don't remember Doctor Strange 1 enough to agree or argue or anything, so I'm just going to say I got to go watch it again, because I put it on 2 days ago to watch the IMAX scene of the Dormammu I've come to bargain. That's my favorite part of that movie. But I do need to pay attention to that, Wanderer, because I do have an issue if they've addressed it and then they change it. Because here's another thing. They are so inconsistent with multiverse, and I don't know what to blame. For example, in the Multiverse of Madness, if Doctor Strange looks like Benedict Cumberbatch, he looks like Benedict Cumberbatch in every reality. But in Spider-Man, Peter Parker looks like all the other actors. But in Loki, they look like every other thing under the sun. So what is the standard of the multiverse? Because we're a couple of weeks in and you've already lost us.
It's a good point.
There are no rules. There are no rules in the multiverse, folks. I don't like to be the guy to constantly complain about the thing, but like, that's what multiversal entertainment is. No responsibility to lore or canon. Anything can happen because it's part of the multiverse. Now,
well, and I mean, like, the reason them and DC are doing it is because they get to do a massive reset and be like, oh, it's part of the multiverse. This thing that's happened. Oh my god, don't worry about it. We'll fix it in post. It's like, just fucking stop. Just come up with a coherent idea and execute. You did this for the first 3 phases. For all of a sudden, phase 4, you're now fumbling and like, oh, we don't know what to do.
They have plenty of money to do whatever they want with it too. This isn't a financial choice. Like, oh, we can only afford to do this thing. You're the biggest entertainment company on the fucking planet ever.
Yeah,
And
you have billions of dollars of equity. You can sink it into whatever you want to. And I think, well, I know it seems like they're worried because China's no longer the market they want. They're not accepting a lot of their stuff, so they're screwed there. So they have to actually make good decisions and make good stuff instead of just giving it to China. So they have to really kind of like figure out what their next step is.
Well, it's going to be their last step if they're not careful.
Jeez.
Adam Wofford, thank you very much for both of your super chats. Adam says, first off, what would you do if you wake up as Godzilla? I'm going to destroy Tokyo?
No, the first thing you wake up is, if you wake up as Godzilla, your first thing you do is check your junk, and then you make sure it's in proportion, and then you go, demolish Japan.
Now, can I turn back into me afterwards? Because that's going to dictate what I do. If I'm just going to turn back to me, I'm just going to destroy a bunch of shit and then, leave. But if I'm like stuck as Godzilla forever and I don't like it, I'm just going to destroy the planet until they get me. Honestly, I'm gonna walk east from California across America and just step on everything like the Stay Woke Trigglypuff, ma'am.
Actually,
gonna-
you don't even need to do that. You could probably cause a tsunami from one side of the world to the other and really destroy things that way.
But what if I just want to walk across America and eat at all the White Castles on the way?
Oh no, dummy! By all means, do that. But I'm just saying, if you want to, preemptively do something where it causes destruction and they can't really do much, then you can go through and get a White Castle, on your way through. By all means, do that. Just
One
saying.
White Castle gives Godzilla gas. I'd watch that movie.
The greenhouse effect.
Oh Jesus, we're not gonna make it.
The temperature, he farts like 3 times. The temperature goes way too fucking high.
Adam Wofford, what else? Or sorry, Nick, Dion, what would you guys do waking up as Godzilla? I know Nick would check his junk and destroy Japan, but Dion, are you checking your junk?
I'm seeing if Mothra's lady bits still work, and then is she single?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden she calls and she's like, "Listen, a winged Godzilla's coming your way, and he's gonna ask you if you're his daddy."
Just say no.
It's been 9 months, Godzilla. We have to have a conversation.
Nah, bet you ain't mine.
Is that why Godzilla?
Who the
roars
kaiju's
everywhere?
you fucking?
Yeah.
I saw you with Rodan, King Ghidorah. All 3 of those heads were up your ass. Don't lie to me, woman.
Yeah, I saw you on IG with them. All right, don't fucking talk to me like that.
I saw you fucking all the way to Planet X. Don't you lie to me, woman.
Yeah.
Sync that shit.
Listen, I saw a picture of you and Mechagodzilla, right? That shit happened, all right? Don't.
I can forgive that one since it's a robot and it's me, but never again. No more. You leave all those goddamn giant robots from Pacific Rim alone too. There's multiple people in that shit. That counts as multiple cheatings.
Yeah, that counts as a train. Goddammit.
Godzilla's wife is a whore. That's a fucking movie. Adam Wofford, thank you very much. I don't mean him in the upside down like Mad Max with Lovecraftian horror. He fighting off Lovecraftian monsters and trying to escape. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase that because second, Christopher Walken has been picked up to play the Emperor in Dune Part 2. You guys seen that one?
Dude, I watched Dune. I loved it, man. It was really good. It was very epic and it was nice and slow, and I really enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was good. It was good. Christopher Walken in Dune 2 is gonna be fucking wild. I can't wait.
The spice is gonna break.
He's gonna snort the fuck out of that spice. He's like, the spice is in me. Today I was an alligator. Like he's gonna do some shit like that.
There was a firefight.
The ice is gonna break.
The spice is gonna break, dude.
There you go.
The Dead Zone. The Dead Zone is one of my favorite movies with Christopher
God,
Walken.
dude. I just put it on my Plex server the other day.
How would you feel about a sequel to The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage with Christopher Walken?
Oh my god.
Ooh, make it.
Dude, that would be great. That would be fucking amazing. I think that would be it would, oh man. It would be so much fun. So much fun.
Adam Wofford says, don't mean him in the mix-up, in the upside down like Mad Max, mixed with Lovecraftian horror. He fighting off Lovecraftian monsters and trying to escape. I don't know who he is. If you mean Christopher Walken playing the Dune, or the Dune Emperor, cool. But him in the upside down, I do not know who you're talking about. Adam Wofford, if you'd like to give us a little clarification, I would definitely do that. Read that again. Primer says,
No, Dion.
sorry, buddy.
Ugh.
Joseph Yanowich says,
I'm behind you, Dion.
SRH Rebels 08, thank you very much.
Dion, I have been so moist to see you and hear your manly voice. Bitty boo. Bitty boo.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, hey, the audience they want to torture you, Dion, and I'm gonna let it happen.
Thanks, buddy.
I love you too, man. Primer, thank you very much for your super generous super chat. I'm going to read it again, even though we spent our time with it. He just said $50 and say, I think the reason we don't have true heroes or villains anymore is because people have demonized storytelling and conventions and tropes. All the pretentious airheads are more concerned about being subversive and unpredictable than being good. I agree, and I still do. Yep. Adam Alford, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, I like the way they did Black Woman in Battlefront 2. She started off being with the Empire, but out of nowhere she turned coat. But originally she was supposed to show how the First Order got started. Skin color is so irrelevant, realistically, but the people that make it they really want a pat on the back, and they hope to sell more copies by going, oh, we're different, we're progressive. That's what they want. They just want your money. Don't act like they're doing anything to benefit society. They want your fucking cash. If a video game where you put I don't know, gerbils into a meat grinder was like beneficial financially, they would believe all that dumb shit too. It's all about the dollar. It doesn't matter how good or bad or just or moral it is. It's all about the money. And right now, this woke shit they think sells. It doesn't. Here's the opposite. We're finding out that it doesn't sell. That being said, though, Adam Wofford, that kind of sounds like Finn, but they just couldn't do it right. You know, turning from the Empire to the Rebel Alliance or whatever you want to call it, the New Order, New Resistance. That's what they're called. Yeah, that's just Finn's story told again. And I don't even care how the First Order got started, dude. The Inquisitors can be whatever. The First Order is stupid. They're Empire 2.0, and we don't ever need to know because it doesn't matter. Another Death Star? Seriously, that'd be like if a major army decided to use the blueprints from a failed mega power of the past and like, we're going to resurrect a space rocket from Germany. Like, what the fuck? And you're going to use the same technology.
I still love that scene from. Well, I don't love it, but it's the most dick measuring scene fucking ever in Star Wars. It's like, here's the old Death Star, here's the new one, and it's like the tiny original Death Star and then the big mega Death Star. I'm just like, really, Disney? This is the dick measuring contest you want? Okay.
Yeah, you got the Death Star. We got the Mega Death Star coming to a theater near you.
Oh, my God.
TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says, to follow up on Adam Walford's chat, the entire marketing for Disney's EA Battlefront 2 was a story from the Imperial perspective, etc., etc. The TLJ Screwjob, I also remember the story, the narrative around that game being the Hawaiian government is trying to shut it down because it promotes gambling.
And it was the funniest thing to see that Christmas. All the games were gone except that game. It was fucking hilarious. Oh, they couldn't give it away. It was great.
Xavier to God, thank you very much. He says, Jeff, I just listened to your debate on if Star Wars is good, and you shut your opponent down, and you're into the topic. Yeah, that was.
Oh
fun
my God,
that was 4 years ago at this point. If you're interested and you're cool like Xavier to God, go check it out. It's on the channel, or is it on? Wait, it could be on the Writer Junkie channel. Yeah, check out World Class Bullshitters Star Wars debate. Many years ago, I debated a guy named Eric Browntable, and he wanted to use the argument that diversity made Disney Star Wars good, and I was on the opposite side, and it was a great debate, in my opinion, and Xavier to God enjoyed it too. So if you would like to go check it out, it's on YouTube.
I think I remember the guy kind of like crying at the end of that debate. I don't know if that was. I don't know if I implied that or if he was just kind of like just tired or whatever. But it sounded like he was crying at the end.
I've caused a lot of pain, and I'm about to cause a lot more because I'm about to introduce Kendo. But you're not wrong. It could have happened.
Yep.
What up, Kendo?
Hi, my name's Kendo S, and I have a biracial child.
Oh,
this is
party,
that's not the show we're doing. Oh, sorry. No. By the way, let's go.
No. That podcast starts in like an hour. Not right now.
We
yes.
switched time slot.
Coping with biracial children. Gotcha.
Coping with. Oh my God.
That's something I have to cope with every day in the mirror.
Oh jeez.
Corey Roth, thank you very much, says, I want Jeff's voice on my neck. I don't know what that means, but you can.
What?
For a fee,
that sounds dirty.
Anything you want.
Yeah, that probably for a fee he'll say something. For an extra fee he'll say something dirty.
Hey Kendo, do me a favor. Pick a number between 1 and 69 because I got a new button that nobody's asked us to press yet.
17.
What do you think of this weird one?
God, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's kind of
it's
uncomfortable.
unsettling. Bit
I
unsettling.
got one of Dion. Should I upload it?
Yes. I mean, is that
No,
a serious
give me a
question?
minute. I'll download that now. While we wait though, TLJ Screwjob, sorry, Crimson Fang says we had an Inquisitor in Jedi Fallen Order to do a turn 2. So this is even more unoriginal if we're just copying video games. Disney, thanks for borrowing from your own shit now.
And even that they can't do right. So
no, never. Kendo Slice, thank you very much with a hashtag LOL Ray wins.
Yeah,
she did. TLJ Screwjob again, thank you very much. He says 15 seasons of Supernatural CW still never made money.
Yep.
Well, when your one show is, I guess, the one you keep doing and the other ones suck. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. The business model they have over there isn't exactly what I would consider, built for success.
Now, guys, I got a great idea because it comes from TLJ Screwjob. Our next business venture. We've had Stealing Solo. We have Wokebusters currently. And now our next one. The new Indian-Irish themed board game by the Samoan sex machine of Nick Utam of World Class Bullshitters. Poverty and Potatoes.
Works.
Works.
Play that.
It's
like Shoots and Ladders.
You have to quietly sneak around the British and not die. That's basically how it works.
Yeah,
and
like Shoots and Ladders. You either advance up the ladder, get potatoes.
Yeah, and if you piss them off and they leave, they take half your land.
Yeah, and you can never advance yourself because they do have the caste system there. So you're fucked.
If you
no matter where you are, you're fucked.
Yeah, you start off with a random last name, and if that last name doesn't get you anywhere, you're immediately fucked.
Oh damn it! I got Patel again. Fucking tired of playing as a Patel.
Go to Motel 6.
Overkill 161 says nothing. He sends in a poop emoji super chat sticker. Thank you very much. Space Monkey 0899 says, Dion, the rehash shows will suck. No one wants these.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Xavier to God is next because Corey Roth says, what if Darth Vader sets Reva on fire on Mustafar?
Oh, God, no.
I don't mind if Darth Vader lights a woman on fire on Mustafar. I'd be kind of, what I want? I want Darth Vader to light people on fire how they do in Mortal Kombat when Scorpion would just raise his arm and they go, ah, and then melt. I want Darth Vader to use the Force to do that.
I'm going to call it now. No, I'm going to call it now. Obi-Wan goes on a quest and stands there looking longingly at the beach of volcanic, rock that he left Vader to die on. They're gonna have, they are.
Beep boop.
No, that's gonna be it. That's all that's gonna happen. Like him and Vader, they're gonna kill all of episode 4 and it's gonna be stupid. So whatever.
Yeah. May 27th. Can't wait for Stranger Things. Now, let's see. Xavier to God says, I only like modded GTA 4. That's different. I don't like the controls of the cars. Ballad of Gay Tony was better. DJ Nieves the Forces have been trying to spread the word of Wokebusters on Facebook, but it looks like not many people are listening. I'm sorry. Actually, no, they're listening. It's gone up. I was on Vinny's stream last night, and it's been great. So, yeah, folks, just keep an eye out. I got a couple new things I'm excited to actually get to promote, including some new covers. Been working with other artists behind the scenes. And for those that keep sending in the emails about the trading cards, they'll be available separately from the book. And once those go into production, and since those are going to ship out earlier, you'll be able to buy those directly. So if you're over the summer, you're like, I need Wokebusters trading cards, because you do, you'll be able to get those quickly. So DJ Nieves the fourth, I appreciate all the extra work you're doing. I've seen all the super chats you sent in to talk about the book, all the extra effort. I assume those emails are from you because you did ask that question last week. So thank you, but appreciate it. Xavier to God says, and a very generous super chat, he says, Roman Reigns doesn't like Matt Riddle because Matt said he would beat him in a real fight, and the acknowledge me stuff, and then needs to move the needle. Not true. He's just The Rock's cousin, so shut up.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hashtag facts.
I agree. Matt Riddle is cool. Roman Reigns is not.
Yeah. I got to do a fight in one of those wrestling groups the other day because somebody posted something. Essentially, the dumb fucks were calling out the Usos. And naturally, I felt the need to get in there and talk about the fact that, A, the dumb fucks suck. And B, the Usos are only where they're at because of who their cousins are. And I was immediately, set upon by the people that want to acknowledge the table about how wrong I am at the Usos, this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, one of them drove drunk, got arrested, and then a couple days later won the tag team titles by getting the winning pin. Dion and I sat in his living room and watched this. So you can't tell me that they're not getting the position and all that stuff just because of who they're related to.
Yep.
That family, man.
Yeah. Dion and I literally looked right at each other like, yep, they're going to anybody else. They're not getting this push. They would be forced to go out there and do the job. No, they're related to The Rock. They're going to go ahead and go over there. No punishment, no accountability here.
Why would there be? I would like to see a shoot between Matt Riddle and Roman Reigns because it's not going to end well for Roman.
I don't think it would last long.
Well, the dude's gimmick was like, initially he was a SWAT team member, but he wasn't on a SWAT team. And then like he wore a bulletproof vest to wrestle in, but no one ever brings a gun to the ring unless you're Stone Cold. And then like he can't cut promos, so he goes suffer and succotash. And so now he shuts up and just stands there, and then he's cool because he doesn't talk, he doesn't do anything. He just goes, acknowledge me. Like, dude, the Roman Reigns effect is a direct response to the John Cena effect, which is Vince McMahon has created really generic wrestlers that people of a certain age just don't get behind because they're not cool. Yeah, you have male Roman Reigns fans. I'm not acting like they don't exist, but Roman Reigns he falls into that same category as a manufactured superstar that they do promote to the nth degree. Luckily, he's better than he used to be. This whatever version that they've created,
bar wasn't exactly real high. True,
but I gotta be honest though. Like Roman Reigns of 2022 is less, he's not as insufferable as Roman Reigns of 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. Like as soon as he got rid of the Shield music and changed his gimmick, I don't like him. I want him to lose, but it's something. Wonder, thank you very much. He says, another thing in Thor Ragnarok, they need Heimdall's sword to use the Bifrost, but in Thor 1, Odin uses the spear, which was readily available to Hela.
Well, that's Odin.
And then he uses the dark magic to summon Thor to Earth in the first Avengers movie. God, there's a lot of work to do to the Bifrost, right? Because that shit got destroyed in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Well, apparently that's one reason why he went and got Stormbreaker, because you can summon the Bifrost with that, which we'll see what they're gonna do, because it's kind of acting as if Mjolnir can summon the Bifrost now too, which was never the case in the beginning. So we'll fucking see, man. We'll fucking see.
Hugo Lighton, thank you very much. Just watch Prehistoric Planet instead. Well, Hugo, that's a name I don't recognize regularly, so thank you for joining us tonight. Have you guys heard of Prehistoric Planet?
I have not.
I have not either. It's a TV series.
Is that like a docu-series about dinosaurs? Because if it is, I'll watch it.
It is. It's unveiling the spectacular habitats and inhabitants of ancient Earth in an immersive experience. David Attenborough is the narrator, and it's about to debut on the 23rd of May.
I'm sold.
Yeah, it's on Apple TV, though, so you'd have to subscribe.
Gross. Nick, you know what to do.
Yeah, I'll get it. Don't worry.
I mean, you couldn't get a better person to narrate it.
That's true. I mean, that guy could narrate fucking anything. He's up there in that special category of like Morgan Freeman and to a degree Martin Sheen. It's like anytime that they're going to narrate or just talk. I mean, I could be watching commercials and they could just narrate the commercials and I wouldn't fast forward through them. I'd be like, oh, I actually want to see what they have to say.
James Earl Jones can sell me anything.
Yes, he's in that category too.
Oh my god.
I think he's like next level voice. Because Morgan Freeman is, I don't want to be disrespectful because he's the voice of God, but I still consider the voice of God a step below the voice of CNN. Like James Earl Jones' voice is just next level.
Right.
The bass, the power of the dark side, all that fun shit. Like, how can you not? I can't do that voice, but he's so, even when he's trying to be the hero, like Mufasa in The Lion King, there's still like, oh shit, I better put respect on his name because he's gonna throw me off a pit, even though he's my dad. Like, he's scary. That was the coolest voice ever.
True. Well.
Now, up next we have our friend Corey Roth, who says guys and Jeff and company don't care about H. But what if Reva gets set on fire by Vader and it's an emotional death on Mustafar, like brutal?
I mean,
I'd
watch.
Yeah. I was gonna say that it'd be one way for me to actually think of something positive about it. It's like the last 10 minutes of Rogue One. Like the only reason why I like that movie, I don't like that movie, but the only positive I ever had to say about that movie is the end when Vader comes in and does Vader shit. It's like, okay, all right, you know, that was a good ending to this movie. Everything else sucked, but this was good.
Yeah, I just I'll be honest with everything. If the scene works, the scene will work. I don't know if people remember this, but when we reviewed Captain Marvel way back in 2019, the review starts with, we're going to review this film without any of the shit pre-licensed said because we have to give you an honest review of the film. And luckily, that movie was a piece of shit. And everything she said, well, it just confirmed what an asshole she truly is. So that's why the Brie Larson situation works, folks. That's always how WCBS approaches it. We remove our personal politics from the reviews, and we give you the honesty because we want to give you what we think of it, and you take from that if you'll enjoy it or not. And so that tends to be the case. Now, we also have our friend DJ Nieves the fourth again. Thank you. He says Clark Kent had Superman 64. John Kent will get Superman 69.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Superman's a champ. He takes it right on the chin and doesn't complain. So, Xavier to God, thank you very much. Roman Reigns is going part-time now. Well, there's good news for today.
Why does he have cancer again?
No. Oh, Jesus. No. He wants to go be a movie star, I think.
I wonder who's going to help him do that.
Yeah, gee, I wonder.
Drew McIntyre and Triple H.
So what is it? Is there going to be Hobbs and Shaw 2 and he's going to have his fucking cousin with him now?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Fast 11 and it's going to have fucking Roman Reigns in it with Vin Diesel. I mean, on the one hand, it's like Roman's going part-time. Okay, cool. They're going to have to find somebody else to, lead the charge. I don't know who the hell that's going to be because they can't build stars. But then the negative is that he's going to essentially come back and ruin WrestleMania each year too. So it's like, fuck. It's the same thing.
Yeah, like I said, I can't wish like death or anything bad on any of these people because I don't believe it. But just go away, dude. Go become successful in a career that I have no interest in watching on TV. There you go. Bye. Adam Wofford, thank you very much for your generous super chat again. He says the guy from Stranger Things that was teleported to Russia doing the Mad Max thing on the Upside Down. Okay, so Hooper. Also, I remember when Vader had a stalker and killed her, and everyone was upset about it. Oh, the stalker! Yeah, I remember that one. She was obsessed romantically with Darth Vader, and then he fucking killed her at the end of the book. That was cool.
Wait, what?
Let me pull this up for a second. So there's a comic from a few years back where Darth Vader, and this is a Disney comic, comic stalker. Yes, Darth Vader stalker comic is the number one thing. Yeah, so seriously, there's I'll pull the pictures up. It's a comic about Darth Vader's fangirl. That's how stupid Disney Star Wars is.
Oh my God.
You never heard about this?
No, this is the first time hearing about this. The fuck? Oh, jeez, I thought things were bad. Oh my god.
This is a couple years old, dude. Okay, so I'm going to read this. His face, I've seen it in my dreams 1,000 times, so many different versions. None of them like this. Nothing could have prepared me.
Oh
Please
God, she's
don't
got the
hurt
crazy
my
eyes.
Lord. You're
Oh my-
beautiful. So much more perfect than I could have guessed.
Yep,
And now that I finally
she's a stage 5 clinger. You need to fucking yeet her out of the goddamn airlock, dude.
Look
Yeah,
at that
just-
face.
Ah!
I know she got the crazy eyes.
Yeah, put her in a fucking airlock, man. Just put her in a
Force
fucking
choke
airlock.
the shit out of that and just launch her.
She's no, because then she's gonna call you daddy. It's gonna get weird. You need to put her in a fucking airlock.
Oh my God. Is this? Oh my God. How did I miss this page from the comic? Oh God. Damn
Oh god,
it.
how bad is it? How bad is it?
Oh, it's so bad it's good. I want this
Okay.
on a t-shirt. I would wear this ironically everywhere I went.
Fucking launch her out. Oh God.
So for those listening, it's Darth Vader in his full suit holding a woman in a dress like the Gone with the Wind pose, or if you're a Star Wars nerd, the Empire Strikes Back poster. And it reads, "In that silent moment, we connected. Truly, I felt him and he felt me. All of me."
Damn. Is he capable of carrying on a romantic relationship at this point? Because isn't he mostly just a torso and a head, and that's pretty much it?
Darth Vader has no dick.
Right.
This is when we need to Darth Vader doesn't body charred phallus on this fucking.
Because Anakin was already missing an arm from episode 2. And then when he stupidly attacks the high ground, he loses both legs and his good arm. And then he lays there and burns for a while. So you got to figure that he's pretty much just like the torso and a head. He's got like no legs, no dick. His butthole's probably also fucking sealed shut at this point. And he's got like a fucking colostomy bag in his suit of some sorts. And he's got robot legs. He's got Terminator hands. It's just like, lady, just what he goes one step further. Yeet her out of the thing and through the airlock, but also shoot her out of the sky with your in your TIE Advance. Just fly in that thing. Make sure the job gets done.
So she can't fucking what is it? Mary Poppins back into the air.
Right, because we've seen this, that precedent has been set that says that if they're strong enough with the Force, they can Mary Poppins themselves back into the spaceship. We can't risk
Oh my
that.
god! So what you're saying is her fucking obsessive love is so powerful that she would just like fly back into the air.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah.
Oh my god!
Leia's will to live was so strong she was able to do it. This lady's will to have sex with a Ken doll essentially is there for her to do that. So you got to shoot her out of the sky with your TIE fighter at this point. Only way to be safe.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, I was taken aback by this Darth Vader image. It emotionally broke me.
That emotionally broke you. Okay,
I'm emotionally gutted, remember?
that's true.
It's true. Been like that for 7 years now.
I know. I'm living in the gutter.
Down by the road.
So, Adam Wofford, thank you very much for that one. We had a couple more pop in. One's from our friend Darian217, and I believe that one is next. No, it is not next. Up next is our friend DJ Nieves the Fourth. Thank you very much. Says, do you think Spider-Man Homewrecker will be the next movie?
I mean,
if he gets some venom in him, then yeah, probably.
Pizza time. Large sausage.
I want it to be Spider-Man 5 Pizza Time. Or wait, 4 Pizza Time. No more home titles. Are we all over the home titles?
we are.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
I hope we are. I mean, how many more
Yeah.
can you have out there? Like, how many more like catchy things can you fucking plug the word home into?
Spider-Man, Homewood Suites.
Oh my God! Don't say that because Disney will fucking find.
Oh God, no! It's gonna be Spider-Man: Home Sweet Home is the next one. That's what's happening. God damn it! And I put that out into the ether.
You did. Yeah, you did.
Folks, if the new Spider-Man movie is ever advertised and it's gonna be Spider-Man: Home Sweet Home, send your hate mail to Kendo Slice, care of World Class Bullshitters. Jeff, roll the PO box.
Got it.
Oh gosh. That looks so wrong. That looks incredibly wrong.
Why does it look like he's filleting the cigar?
It looks like that's what it looks like.
I thought it looks cool, but it's the movement on the cigar where I'm like, that's a little suspect.
Yeah, the picture's cool until you start. Yeah, right there, giving a little. Yeah.
He's just chomping away on it.
Oh my God. Okay.
I can't wait till I make one with Nick and Kendo. That's gonna be fun.
God damn.
I know, right?
We're gonna get shipped.
Yeah, I was gonna say, word to the wise, Nick. Don't send Jeff any pictures if he asks for them. Make him hunt.
Okay. All right, fine.
Guys, I have a picture of. Well, you didn't want me to share this. I'm sorry, I'm betraying your trust, but here we go. All joking aside, this is how this chick dies. Darth Vader just does this woman in.
Good.
I thought you'd want to know the resolution to the story.
Well, I mean, that's positive.
But see, here's the thing. Somebody could force heal her, so I'm with Kendo. Yeet her out of the fucking airline.
Yeah.
And then fucking shoot her with your TIE
precedent
fighter.
has been set that all she'd have to do is get kissed by the right person and she's back, or just somebody just grab her chest real quick and it's like heal. God, fuck, the sequel trilogy has created so much dumb shit.
Yeah, they did.
Thanks, Disney. So our friend, we had another request about the prehistoric planet. We'll talk about that in a moment. Spider-Man, we'll talk more about those home titles too, because I think DJ Nieves the Fourth sent another one in. But Darian217, thank you very much for your super generous super chat. Reworded super chat from last week for clarity. Kira Hogan and Diamante have opened up an OnlyFans. What other AEW or non-AEW wrestling stars are you holding out hopes for an OnlyFans account? Is Nikita Lyons on that list? She is number one.
Oh no, she's number one. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna pay $20 a month and an additional whatever for bikini pictures. All right, there better be like things going into things.
All things considered, in Darian217 super chat, it's your ideal version of an OnlyFans. So if you want to see, I don't know, Asuka play Super Nintendo in a thong, there you go. That's your dream. Or if you want to have an OnlyFans where Kelly for some reason gets more plastic surgery or something, you know, whatever you're into. But remember, pick a wrestling woman, but in your mind, it's the optimal OnlyFans, meaning it's everything you want and some.
I'm gonna say no, none of them, because I have a firm don't pay the e-girl policy.
Only if they're doing weird shit will I pay for it. Only if they're doing weird shit.
I think what Darian217 is trying to ask is, what wrestling chicks do you really are you into? Because I'm Nikita Lyons. Yes.
I started watching. I started following her on Instagram, and I've been very happy with that. So
far. Yeah, Thicky the Dragon Cream Boat or whatever they were calling her.
Yeah. I don't know if she can wrestle or not, but I'm her biggest fan.
Kind of can't, but
yeah, she's.
I mean, yes, she looks good. Trying to think, I haven't watched wrestling enough recently to be able to give you anybody. Let's just go with Trish Stratus, all reliable.
Oh God, I would. Maybe Nikita Lyons wouldn't matter anymore if Trish Stratus is on the table. Oh my God, that's a classic. That's my all-time favorite.
That is. Well, I mean, she's doing wholesome, like, you know, Christmas movies, like Lifetime Christmas movies.
Yeah,
I'd say Gail Kim is up there, but well, I've seen some pictures.
Do you really want to see her with Robert Irvine? Like, the dude on the other side of that camera is the dude from Restaurant Impossible.
Which, you say that?
Drives me crazy.
I was gonna say, you say that, but I actually like Robert Irvine, so it kind of doesn't sting as bad. Now, when the Page stuff came out and it's Brad Maddox in there, and it's like, oh,
look, I like Robert Irvine. I just don't want to see his dong. So
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that I'm hot for that either, but like if there's like naked Gail Kim laying there and it's like, well, Robert Irvine's taking a picture, it's like that doesn't really bother me.
Also, Jenny Neidhart and Natalia Neidhart, they have one, right? I'm not going to sign up for it, but they're interesting. Yeah, Jamie Hayter, all kinds of wrestling women. I'll sign up for none of them, but I want them all to have them. There you go.
Yeah. If once again, if I hear that it's actually worth it, that's fine. But it better be fucking worth it. I don't want big fucking bikini pictures or like the stuff they show on their Instagram on there that I'm paying for it. Like that's dumb and that's retarded.
How about this? So you pick 2 women wrestlers you like Nikita Lyons and Gigi Dolan, and on their OnlyFans, they have matches. How's that? Is that worth the money?
No, because I've seen their matches.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
You're naked, Kendo.
Still, I mean,
yeah, that's still like, that's like, I mean, cool. They're naked, but they're still fighting. It's just like,
Also, then you're only using OnlyFans to support the artists. Got it. Excuse me for thinking, saying what we were all thinking, or at least I thought what we were thinking. We're in it for the highbrow. Hold on. Even though it's dark in this room, let me turn on my fucking camera so everyone can see me. Pinky up, folks. Pinky up.
Jeff is podcasting in the dark again. Everybody watch out.
I always podcast in the dark.
Oh, jeez.
Wendy Richter, what an interesting choice.
Rockin' Robin next.
Yeah. Hey, Sensational Sherry, circa 1992. I'd have signed up on day one.
Oh yeah,
dude. SummerSlam Sherry.
Sherry was, well, I can't say the man, but she was back in the day. She was always great in ring. She was actually a really good wrestler, and from what I understand, behind the scenes, she was one of the nicest people in the world.
Yeah. It was so sad when she passed away. At least she lived to see her Hall of Fame induction, because she died like right after that.
Yeah.
I don't think she made it out of 2006.
I don't believe she did. I believe she died of an accidental overdose, because that's one of those things that's like, sad news out of the wrestling world. Sensational Sherry passed away. That's one of the few times where a wrestler has died prematurely where I'm like, oh, I liked her.
I was wrong. She died on June 15th of 2007. So right after her induction in April of 06. So it wasn't too far off, but yeah, man, I didn't know that she was sick, or I didn't know anything was I didn't know anything was going to happen. It was rough. Like when Miss Elizabeth died, it was sad, but you had heard stuff. You had heard rumors. You had heard things. You didn't hear anything about Sensational Sherry. You're like, you saw her on TV healthy, and then that's it. But she was cool, man. She could kick ass. She was a good sidekick for Macho King.
Yes, she was. She was the best. Probably the best consort to the ring of all time was Sherry. Elizabeth is up there too.
I think Elizabeth is good, but Elizabeth gets lumped into a lot of conversations because of the nostalgic views and feelings towards the golden age of the WWF. If we really took off our blinders, we'd realize she's great, but it's like this. Hulk Hogan might have been the biggest star of the 80s, but the best wrestler of the 80s was in the WWF, at least, was Macho Man. So,
correct.
It's not always what they tell you was the biggest, or the best was the biggest. Sometimes the best was the second tier. If you even, could you ever consider Macho Man the second tier, though? He just was the 1B guy to Hulk Hogan's 1A.
Yeah, I would. I mean, unless, you got to put the Hogan mates on the list, and then, you get Bruce the fucking Barber Beefcake as 1B. But
the big bad booty daddy?
Yeah, dude, something got brought up about him earlier today, and I looked him up. And while I'm not going to throw any shade at Ed Leslie, because he's had a prolific career as pretty much just being like a Hogan mate, that guy has like a laundry list of who's gimmicks. Like it's like 20 deep. It's like, fuck.
He's got a new figure coming out.
That's nice.
You like whatever the one where he paints his face white?
Oh, the Zodiac.
Yeah, that's getting the toy.
Okay.
So good for him.
I'm still upset that I didn't buy that Virgil.
I'm going to get you one, then get it autographed. So I'm going to spend $40. 20 for the figure, 20 for the autograph.
And an extra 10 for the meat sauce.
Yeah. I will throw in an extra 20 for the meat sauce because Virgil needs it.
Actually, he with the news out about him lately, yeah, he definitely does need it.
I would pay his fee to interview him here on the channel.
What is it?
Should we do it? That.
Oh. You know, actually, inquiring minds must know. I honestly think I'm going to tweet him right now. Well, he's on the East Coast. I'll tweet him in the morning, and I'm going to legit say, how much do you charge for an interview? And see if he responds. And I'm going to try to see if we can find out how much a Virgil interview would cost, because I would like to talk to Virgil. I've always actually liked Virgil.
Well, I've talked to him. And he didn't really want to talk because I went to a car show in 2006. Yeah, 6 to meet Batista. And Virgil was there. And we were in line for Batista. And Virgil starts talking to us. And we start talking to him. And then he goes, if you want any more, it's $20. And we go, oh. Like, we were in line for someone else.
Oh, my God.
He's like a phone. He's like one of those phone lines. For the first 5 minutes, it's free. And then it's $20 a minute after that.
Oh my God.
It's like, but it's Virgil. If you don't even have to pay for the $1 million man, why do you have to pay for?
You should have handled it like like they always tell you, like if you ever get a call girl to your room, always make sure you negotiate. You should try to negotiate the price with Virgil. Should be like, okay, well, what do I get for $20? Well, that doesn't sound like it. How about 10? And seeing how long that whole conversation lasted, because then you would have got more time out of him and not given him the $20, and it'd been funny.
You'd work Virgil. Great. Darian 217 though, thank you very much. I think we're brothers in arms about Nikita Lyons. We all are here on this channel. We're all. She's our favorite NXT superstar, right, boys?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why not?
Cool. Why not exactly, Kendo? That's my mentality. Why not? I tried to watch NXT. It was terrible. It was Dexter Lumis' last episode. Xavier to God, thank you very much. Would you guys rather be heroes or villains?
In a movie?
Just in general.
Villains, because they got the kick-ass lair. You get a volcano, you get a space base, you get some abandoned nuclear reactor compound. Yeah, that's what I want.
I mean, we're saying film. I want to be a villain. I want to do some crazy, heinous show and be unlikable. I want to fucking say some fucked up shit and then die gruesomely. That shit's memorable.
Yeah. I would want to be a villain as well. I would want us to be like the Legion of Doom from the Super Friends, not the wrestlers, though they're cool. Rest in peace. But no, I would want us to be like a cadre of evil guys. We would just basically join every day at noon to just sit and talk about evil shit that we're going to do and how we're making a bunch of money doing evil shit. We're like a civilized version of the Player Haters Club from Chappelle's show, where we just talk about the most heinous shit that we're going to do to the world.
Oh my God.
We're gonna exploit poverty. We're gonna take over this. We're gonna rob them. Like, yeah, we're
it's like Elliot Carver's newsroom for that one segment in that movie.
Yeah,
exactly what it is.
Oh God! So we are Spectre. That's basically what's happening.
I'm good with
Yes.
Oh God! We need to mark that down as a skit. That's what we need to do. I
Yes,
would love to do
Spectre.
that.
we can make that happen.
Oh yeah,
That'd be so much fun.
Hugo Layton, thank you very much. Or Layton says, go watch Prehistoric trailer. I'm gonna just click through it briefly to show people. It looks cool. It's like, planet Earth for dinosaurs and shit. So the CGI is not Jurassic Park level, and I even mean the original Jurassic Park, but it looks cool. I will probably be inebriated and watch this entire show. So what about you guys?
Oh, I'm totally in. I would like to have somebody get me a copy of it, and whenever it comes out on home video, I will buy it for posterity because I have a reason to want to pass on dinosaur knowledge to somebody now. So much so that I went to IKEA today online and bought several dinosaur stuffed figures for him, and gonna go home and find all my dinosaur shit to give to my kid. And be like, here you go.
Nice,
dude. I got a ton of that stuff when I was a kid, and I made him watch a dinosaur video today. It was the one that National Geographic put out like 10 years ago about the asteroid that hit the Earth and killed all the dinosaurs, and like a time lapse thing of it. And then I told him, I was like, yeah, by the way, that's no joke. 100 million years before that asteroid hit the planet and killed all the dinosaurs, it got set into motion. So, I mean, something like that could be happening right now. We don't know it. Sleep well tonight, kids. And then the retort is always, well, can't we see it and do something about it? No, don't know. We really can, especially if it's coming from the direction of the sun. We'll have no idea until it's right upon us.
Well,
have a nice day.
And you're actually correct, because I think the timeline we need for something like that right now with our current technology is 5 years.
Yeah. And those things are flying way faster than that.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So there you go, folks. If you've ever had a reason to truly embrace the hedonistic lifestyle, we could all die tomorrow from an asteroid.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun living this lifestyle. So over the weekend, since we're looking at dinosaur stuff and this awesome battle duck, I went to Universal Studios. I have a new love for Jurassic Park. It has nothing to do with this new movie. I'm just like all about it. I don't know.
God, I can't. I can't. That new movie looks horrible. I can't do that. I just really can't.
Yeah, battle duck it is, Kendo.
No, look again.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
That will be that's the thing. In every comic ever after that, that is like our sidekick.
I should throw him on a T-shirt and Woke Busters.
Yeah. He could be like another mascot for us, like Giuseppe the bullshitter beaver.
Yeah, we could do the bullshitter beaver. He makes movies. Italian beaver pictures. They're my favorite.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it.
It's a beaver with a little red cap on it, a giant mustache. Nintendo, please do not sue us. We love you.
Buongiorno. Oh, speaking of that, Nintendo store opened up in Universal, so there's literally a Super Mario store.
Awesome.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
I bought Super Mario socks the other day.
I didn't buy anything because I told myself if I buy one thing, I'm going to buy everything. It was like, and it wasn't like a bunch of kiddie shit. It was like they had Nintendo shirts with all the, like a big Mario shirt. And when I mean big, it's like Mario is printed so big on the shirt. It's like his head in like down to his stomach and shit. It's cool. They're all really nice looking. They're beautifully designed and printed. But it's like that. They got Player 1, Player 2 hats. They got some Mario figures, which I've already decided I'm going to get the little play sets to go for because I own a Super Mario figure. It's a SH Figure Arts one, and it's cool. It's really nice. But the play set is scaled for the exact same size figure. So I'm going to build like the little tubes and the pipes and kind of like fix those to the wall and have like a little floating diorama.
That's cool.
But folks, I'm going to go back to the store and film it for another review. We had to take a little hiatus from the channel. I had to take care of some behind the scene things, but I did go to the Funko World headquarters and I put that video out on Saturday. So if you guys want to check that out, it's available right now over on the channel. Watch that after tonight's stream. Go check me out in the Lion's Den, aka Hell. And if you're a patron, I'm going to upload the entire introduction that I shot with our friend Laserpants from 3POA podcast, as well as the Infinity Equation, like those guys. Then yeah, check that out. It'll be there tomorrow. I made a little intro for it, but I want to fix it because I don't like it. But moving on, we also have our friend, let's see, where were we at? DJ Nieves the Fourth, thank you very much. He says, Spider-Man, home for the holidays. I'd watch that, but who's he going to go home to? Because Aunt May's dead, Uncle Ben's dead, Iron Man's dead, Happy doesn't know him. So Spider-Man home for the holidays would be him in his apartment watching a movie and crying. Would you watch that one?
and then all of his utilities get turned off because he couldn't pay his bills.
Yeah.
No more
It
heat.
turns out while he's out doing all that shit, he fell 6 months behind.
There you go, just Spider-Man, no more heat.
There's a really good Spider-Man comic where
Oh my God.
Spider-Man teams up with the Fantastic Four in like the negative verse or something like that. And he's gone for like a 10-hour adventure. But it turns out that time passes differently there, and he comes back to New York, and he's been gone for like 4 months. And J. Jonah Jameson's the mayor of the city, and like it's fucking insane because it's funny. Like he gets back, he like appears in Times Square, and all of a sudden he like turns around, and there's just J. Jonah Jameson on all the TV screens. And he's like, "Oh God, no!" Adam Wofford, thank you very much. Spider-Man, bring it home all night long.
The fucking Spider-Man OnlyFans. There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be on the OnlyFans of Spider-Man.
Oh god, that's
Spider-Man
that's how he pays his rent. That's how he pays his rent.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's how he's gonna get the lights turned back on.
He's got it. Look, he's out there saving people for free. If he's got to shake his spider webs on camera to make some money, that's okay.
Yeah, that's how he finishes every scene, by just fucking firing off his web shooter at the camera and going, oh.
Oh my god.
Adam Wofford says Spider. We already read that one. Thank you. Corey Roth says, "Can I please get a copy of Stealing Solo? I love you guys, but I'm primarily here for Jeff." Well, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, I was going to lobby for you until that last little bit you put on there.
Yep.
Hey, Corey's great. You guys will respect Corey on this show when I'm around. But
oh, okay.
All right. Let's see how it is.
One little compliment, he goes diva.
Yep.
All joking aside, though, Corey, if you would like to shoot us an email to worldclassbs@mail.com, Kendo can shoot it to me, and I can tell you how you can acquire a copy. I do have some available still. I have the replacement version, the first printing essentially with that's the original one with the Han Solo toy box cover, and then I do have a few of the Fandom Menace ones available. So if people still wanted some Fandom Menace stuff, we still have a handful of the cards, not many left, and then like magnets and shit, stuff like that. But yeah, there's books available. So if you're interested in reading that, just shoot me an email, and then I will find a way where you can buy a copy. I'm gonna have a storefront up soon because you're not the first person to ask about that book as of late. We've been selling at conventions and people like it. So I guess I have to remember that I can talk about more than one project at once. What if I have 3 projects out? That's going to be scary, guys.
Ooh.
What's our next celebrity we're going to kidnap?
Ezra Miller. Change it up.
Ezra Miller. Oh, God.
Yeah, it'd be like an intervention, though. It'd be like, dude, this is for your own good. Somebody's going to kill you.
I'm down with that. So, excuse me for all these so and ums. I apologize. I'm very dehydrated right now. Xavier to God says, who was a better face and who was a better heel between Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, Rocky Maivia?
Rock was a better heel because heel Stone Cold didn't work.
Right.
Now, if you're saying heel Ringmaster's a little different, but heel Stone Cold, I enjoyed the Paranoid Rattlesnake, but God, heel Rock, some of his best fucking work, which to this day, as much as I love that Stone Cold won at 17, Rock should have won. But I did love that Rock won at 19, even though Steve pulled a bitch move and said and told what The Rock told him after he won. But whatever. I'm not going to be a bitch about it.
I will echo the sentiment. I think The Rock is a better heel. Stone Cold Steve Austin, there's a version of Stone Cold that I love, and he existed in about 1997. Stone Cold pre-world title is cool to me. He had a little bit of more of an edge. He gets, I don't want to call him corporate or commercial because The Rock's the corporate champion, and I don't want to take that title away. The story works better that way. See, I've always enjoyed The Rock as a heel too because he has 2 recognizable heel runs. The corporate run. I know the Nation of Domination's one. I don't really like the Nation that much, but there's Nation, there's corporate, and then there's Hollywood Rock. But corporate Rock was always the best because you had Vince, his thorn in his side was Stone Cold. So what did he do? He bought The Rock. Like the only guy that could do what Stone Cold could do, he had to buy him. And it was an interesting story. But unlike modern wrestling, they didn't drop the ball at the end of the story. They ran with it. They eventually had The Rock prove that he was as good as Stone Cold, but it was Shane McMahon's doing that undid the fucking match. The Rock got pissed and turned on the corporation. There was a time when wrestling, you could have every character have a story, and every story had a resolution. Good or bad, it did get resolved. And Stone Cold is fine as a face. He's never been a favorite, but he's never been my least favorite. He's just
Stone Cold is fine as a face is a hilarious sentence to say.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't see my definition of a face though isn't what Stone Cold is. I like the anti-hero, not world champion Stone Cold. Like Stone Cold.
It's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong at all. That's that part of wrestling is awesome that you can say that and not be wrong. It's just funny that him as a face is fine when it was like, but to our point earlier, like you needed that quote unquote bad guy, but even then, like the bad guy wasn't The Rock wasn't the bad. He was, the storyline is, hey, boom, we can't have this guy as champion. We have The Rock, who, to your point, could do the same thing, and he's a great champion, but he's just not what the people want, and it fits. So, because even back then, as a kid, yeah, I was a Stone Cold fan, but goddamn, Corporate Rock was still cool as shit. It just worked, and even 15 is so underrated, but and that's why again, and fucking Jeff probably outside of my twin sister is the only other person that's close to me on the planet Earth, and he knows how much I love Stone Cold. But even I'm like, God damn. And we had this chat in college. Rock should have won 17 like that. Going 1-1 would have been so good for wrestling. But God damn, if that build to 17 just fucking worked. And that promo, like you're gonna get the absolute best of The Rock. And he goes, yeah, you've got what I want. You've got the WWF Championship, and I want it with all due respect. God damn, that was so good.
Just give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
Darian 217, thank you for your super generous 2 super chats. He sends in $100 or $50. I want to read those right now. So thank you. He says, saw Star Trek Picard season 2 last weekend, then saw Strange 2 Sunday night. Movie partially ruined merely seeing Stewart's face in movie for me. Season 2 was so bad, brain went off into self-preservation mode to not remember anything I saw. Good news, it partially worked.
God damn.
Well, at least it partially worked.
Yeah, well, Stranger Things season 2 was like Men in Black. Men in Black. Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah, Doctor Strange
okay.
too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, and I probably will at some point. So
Darian 217, I have my body has a self-preservation mode. When we watch Darren Aronofsky's Mother, I fall asleep.
Yeah. Just brain shut down into sleep mode.
Yeah, and I wasn't drunk. I wasn't that tired. There was something that was just like, Jeff, you don't want to watch.
Yeah, you heard Darren Aronofsky, and then you like you had your mind is like, time to go to sleep now. That's your trigger word.
That movie's so bad. It's the type of movie that you, before it even starts, you hope somebody breaks in your house and shoots you, just to prevent having to watch it.
Right in the face.
Yeah,
I'm not going to disagree. Darren Aronofsky is just,
and also that was $40 billion just down the drain immediately.
What was
that movie?
Oh, I thought you said 40 billion. I was like, what?
No, 40 million with an M. No, if they did 40 billion for that movie, I'd be like, you guys really fucked up. You put too many zeros in this, and then man's gonna live on an island earning 20%.
Guys, what would a $40 billion movie look like? I mean, what the Avengers, the last 2 combined was $1 billion film. So that's expensive as shit, but 43 times that. Like, what else is there to put on?
That would be Avatar 3. That would be Avatar
3. Dion, are you ready to pay up for Avatar? Oh, he's too far away.
I'm guessing the answer is no.
Darian 217, I'm sorry that Star Trek Picard season 2 kind of ruined part of Doctor Strange for you. I haven't watched Patrick Stewart in anything since his last X-Men appearance because I like the original Star Trek. That's it. The original cast is the thumbs up to me, and I like some of their movies. Wrath of Khan, whatever the Quest for Peace. No, that's Superman 4 shit. Star Trek 4, Voyage Home. Yeah,
Voyage Home. First Contact is good. I like First Contact. That was fun.
But isn't Jonathan Frakes in that one?
Yeah, he's in all of them.
No, he's not in the old ones I'm talking about.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm talking.
Well, he's also he's in Generations. He's in that. He's in
Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. I love that show. That is the most
where I think of him from.
Oh my god. But no. For the First Contact, I think was I don't know. It involved time travel and a lot of action, a lot of like them shooting the Borg off of the fucking ship and having to deal with them, and it was fun. It was fun.
But thank you very much again, Darian. 217. We're going to read your next one as well. It says, saw Stewart's face again in theaters. I had to fist pump and cheer at seeing him getting his neck snapped by Scarlet Witch. I looked around and no one else enjoyed that. Just me. I'd take a Joe Rogan motorcycle, please. No, of course.
Actually, Jeff.
Yes.
Let's give him the motorcycle. But have we ever busted out the secret button?
The long one?
Yeah.
I don't think we have, but we have to now because
this sounds like a special occasion.
Yeah. Thank you, Darian 217 for everything. So first off, we're gonna press the motorcycle for you because
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
And then Darian 217, you're a fan. You'll appreciate this. Thank you very much for sending in for the secret button.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Yeah.
Except Samoa Joe.
A previous super chat. I forgot. We have that button. Darian 217, thank you so much. Wait. You're a Vegas guy, right? Coming up in the next couple of weeks or a couple of months, I think I'll have to be in Vegas for a whole week for some fencing thing with Jesse. So I will reach out to you if you want to hang out. So you know how to contact the channel. But yes, Steiner math, folks. Thank Darian 217 for some Steiner math. It was laid on to you tonight by him. But don't go home yet because we have a few more messages from the audience that we'd love to talk about. Xavier to God, this one was a great message. I actually had to pull up an image. He says, what is your favorite version of your favorite wrestler? So I'm going to go first just because I have an image, but you guys let me know. You don't have to pull up images, but my favorite version of The Rock is from the year 2000. The gold trunks, the WrestleMania 2000 look, same as Backlash look. It's awesome. Sadly, they don't put this in the video games, and they don't ever make action figures of this. It wasn't uncommon. After there was a time when he ditched all the colors and went strictly to gold. So, like, it was a look for a while. It's the uniform look and No Mercy. So that's my favorite version. It was cool. The Rock really doesn't have much of a variation. It kind of looks the same.
Mine was Stone Cold with the jorts and the vest.
Yeah,
the 360 on it. Yeah, that was mine because he always had beer with him and he always threw it to the crowd and always drank it and just had a good time. So yeah, that was mine.
It's got to be the King of Hearts version of Owen Hart. That feud with Brett was awesome, and then when he became the Slammy Award winner and everything, he just that was my favorite time of Owen Hart's career.
Dion, you still awake? Almost back. Oh, okay. We'll get back to him in a minute. Xavier to God, thank you very much for your super chat, though. Corey Roth, thank you very much. He says, I want a Darth Vader OnlyFans that cauterize D.
Oh, my God.
Corey, do yourself a favor. Go back and check out some of our older content because we have a listener, Darth Vader's disembodied charred phallus. They were great. They would send in messages that read, "On the shores of Mustafar, day 335. I miss my body. I've crawled 3 inches away from the lava, but I'm still burning." They were messages like that. They were fucking awesome, dude.
They were great. They were wonderful.
Xavier to God, thank you very much again. Says Jeff, Spider-Man no more, or Peter Parker no more. Well, Spider-Man no more. Are you asking me, do I like the story Spider-Man no more from Amazing Spider-Man number 50? Because I love that story. It's iconic. I don't remember off the top of my head what Peter Parker no more is. If you want to remind me, cool. If not, I'll just look it up later. Actually, I probably will go back and reread it. I've been doing a lot of comic reading, making woke busters, because I'm, nobody ever stops learning. And I'm not really trying to learn anything, but I'm always interested in visual language and the storytelling of some of these guys. So I've been going through the genre meet of Spider-Man for quite a while. But I'll answer Spider-Man no more just because off the top of my head, I can quote the story. Well, okay, I can't quote it, but I can tell it to you from beginning to end to beginning, however way you want it. And folks, if you're curious about the story, it's Spider-Man 2, the movie, is Spider-Man no more. Spider-Man gives up his suit. He's done being Spider-Man. He wants to be Peter Parker. I mean, they even rip the damn scene from the comic where he puts the suit in the garbage can and walks away. That is why I still hold the torch for Spider-Man 2, because no other Spider-Man movie has the visuals that one had. It doesn't have the story ripped directly from the source. And yeah, you can tell great original stories. It doesn't need to be beholden to the comics. But when you do adapt an all-time great story fairly close, why wouldn't you still be singing its praises? It hasn't lost any of its punch. Spider-Man 2 is still my favorite Spider-Man movie, and it's not even close. Corey Roth, thank you very much, says, gosh, sorry, but where do I send the email to? I will put that on screen for you, Corey, but it is worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.com. And do I even have a thing, a banner for that? Let's put that on. So Kendo, before we get going, have you been getting a lot of sleep since you're a new father, or are you pretty tired?
Depends. For the most part, yeah, I'm doing all right with sleep because with me being still working, she keeps him in the bedroom and I'm sleeping in the guest room. So yeah, I get quite a bit of sleep, but I do get the occasional wake up if I hear him during the night or whatever. But for the most part, yeah, I'm still able to get 7 hours of sleep most of the night. The only problem is now the cats, they're locked out of there, so they feel the need. They have to come sleep in there with me, and not just on the bed, but on me. And so I get woken up by them quite a bit during the night too, because I don't know who's more needy, a 2-week-old baby or them.
So, guys, this has been an awesome show. We've had a lot of fun. I want to thank everybody. Darian,
.com.
thank you so much. .com, indeed. But I hope everyone that listens to this in the future enjoys this episode. I had a lot of fun talking about Kenobi and Star Wars. We didn't get into too many other topics, but this was an important one, and this was a fun show. So, is there anything you guys want to talk about before we put this baby to bed? Or do you think we've reached the natural conclusion of World Class Bullshitters episode 306?
We did what Disney couldn't, had a satisfying ending.
Oh, yeah. So, folks, thank you for watching. Do us a favor, go over to shopwcbs.com and get yourselves a WCBS shirt. I'm going to put this on screen real quick because we're getting rid of the design this weekend. I'm going to go take down certain things. I've been working with some colorists, I don't really work with other artists because I make all of it myself, but other people do color it for me because that's the one part I don't focus on. But we're getting rid of some of our GTA designs. We're going to be bringing in some new stuff, including some Word of the Week shirts. We're going to have a WCBS ecosystem. We have all kinds of fun stuff that we want to bring to you each and every week that you can bring home to yourself and wear out into the world. Represent your favorite podcast each and every week. So this is shopwcbs.com, powered by Spring. We have an official store. Right here, we have Woke Busters merchandise. You can get a sweatshirt, a hoodie, a t-shirt, the poster. And this is for those who are fans of the comic that haven't even read the book yet. But in my opinion, this is a damn good design. I worked with an artist named David Ocampo. He did the color work. He's a great artist, a good professional contact who I like working with. Great guy all around. So he colored that. And this is that design. This is the action cover for the comic. And you can get the poster, shirt, or sweatshirt now. But we have our new design, the V logo, which is, again, artwork by me. And this is available now. And this is going to stick around because this is our new design. But we're going to be getting rid of the retro vice. And we're going to be taking down, what else are we going to be taking down? This old logo too, the classic WCBS logo. So if you guys want to grab those, this is your last chance. We're going to be adding new stuff, and we're really going to make the WCBS store a fun, interactive experience. But if you want to make it fun and interactive now, get yourselves this beer glass right here. What you do is you get this, and all you have to do is tweet us, at us. We will give you retweets, shout outs every time you do for each new movie stream. This is essentially like an everlasting retweet. It's your connection to us. You just show that you're drinking out of your WCBS beer glass. When we're doing one of our live streams, we'll give you a shout out. So if you're a live streamer, if you're a podcaster, a YouTuber, whatever, grab the glass, show some love. We'll show some love right back. And again, this is a great looking glass. Nick, you have one. You drink out of it every drunk stream, correct?
Yeah, it was really funny when the family was over for Christmas. I didn't have a wine glass, so I used that as my wine glass.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah, because everybody took one. I was like, well, fuck it, I'll use this one.
It's the nicest piece of glassware some will own. So folks,
no, and I'm extremely careful with it. Like I hand wash it, I put it out to dry and things like that. I don't put it in the washing machine. So
I don't put any of my stuff in the washing machine.
Yeah, I'm just very, very careful with it because I don't want to ruin it.
Well,
Dishwasher, your weirdos.
Yeah. Well, thank you for making the joke obvious now, Dion, but whatever. So folks, that's it for tonight. And if you want some good comics, you'll go over check out wokebusterscomic.com. It's the comic that features us. Wokebusters is a parody of wokeness, media, political correctness, all of that stuff in a Ghostbusters parody. We make fun of everybody, left, right, and center. It doesn't matter. Wokebusters is about funny first. It's action-packed. It's got all kinds of humor from 80s comedies, throwbacks, callbacks, everything, really. And it's a very modern comic. It has a lot to say about today. So if you read Wokebusters, you're definitely going to feel connected to the story in some manner. But folks, that is it from us for today. It's been a lot of fun to be back. I have a new video out today, and I have another one that I'm working on for Saturday about Obi-Wan, a little more in depth than what we got to talk about tonight. But tonight's show was so great. I feel like we got to a lot of great discussion points. So from all of us here on the channel, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool. Ooh, we got to get rid of that porn bot in the audience. But always be excellent to each other.
.com/.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.